I think everybody in Mythic Plus is playing some different shit. Like I think some specs are playing like electric current and charge crystal. But like for Druid, I think you want Spark Burst for Mythic Plus. Cauterizing Bolts is like pretty unanimously the best on single target though. Yeah, pretty much everybody's unanimously using charge bolts on single target as well. Dude, the video. Okay, so I released like basically a cut up VOD of myself and that Motherload 17 yesterday, and people are pissed. Actually, there's actually a combination of people pissed and very surprised that the one button assist does as much damage as it currently does. Was it another thing that they changed BFA dungeon mechanics? Uh, yeah, I think it's pretty widely known that they changed some of the BFA dungeon mechanics. I mean, I don't think that they changed a ton, but I do think it's pretty widely known that they changed BFA dungeon mechanics, yeah. Spell book. Put this on R. Put this motherfucker on W. I missed that when it happened. I uploaded a YouTube video if you want to go look back at it yesterday. Uh, Smoking people's top DPS. Yeah. Smoking people's top DPS. Yeah. Smoking people's top DPS. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I gotta mute myself. There we go. Floodgate. Yeah. So the thing is like, it's a little. I think it's just a little bit too good. I don't. I was talking to Vade about it last night, and he said a quote that like resonated pretty hard with me. Accessibility is breaking down barriers, right, and allowing people to do things. It's not removing gameplay from the game. And what this currently is it's not breaking down barriers. There is no reason in I write the Wowhead Guide for Balance. There is no reason in this guide I would ever need to teach you how to play the game. Instead, I would tell you to figure out how to optimize the one button assist better. And if you really cared, then you could, if you felt like you were of a certain skill level, then maybe you could learn how to do the rotation normally. And you're just like, okay, and something a little bit wrong. I mean, it's definitely a damage down, right? Like I think in that Motherload yesterday, I probably would have done, I would say around somewhere between like somewhere around 10% more. So I would have done like 400,000 more DPS. But I mean, there's a lot of people. I think people underestimate just how goddamn bad some people are at this game. I think is the more interesting thing. Bang, bang. I think they're gonna need to nerf it by a lot. Actually, I actually don't think it's particularly close. Being fair, because if the best decision that you can make is be like, I'm gonna in lieu of learning how to play a spec, I'm gonna put on the one button rotation. I think Blizzard has failed you. One of my dungeons yesterday I was doing 4 times the DPS of other party members. Yeah, and I mean that's kind of the point, right? Like Evade on Monday, he was telling me that he did a weekly key, and he was literally 4xing the DPS of other people in his group, and they had the same gear as him. They had roughly the same item level as him. You know, worst case scenario, you put on the 1-button assist, and you're doing 3x your damage immediately just by actually pressing your buttons. Yeah, and I think that Blizzard should be looking to simplify rotations, but this isn't the way to simplify rotations. This isn't simplifying rotation. This is removing gameplay from the game. Good morning, how are you doing? Not too bad. I agree that Blizzard should be looking to simplify rotations, but that's not what this is for. Even though it has a GCD penalty, it's just not good. Most people just press their fucking buttons. Okay, so first off, let's throw some numbers out there. For balance, it's between a 16% damage loss on single target and around a 20% damage loss on AoE. First and foremost, the GCD penalty doesn't affect abilities that have cast times that are longer than the GCD. So Starfire, it has a cast time that's longer than the GCD. It doesn't end up actually getting affected by the GCD penalty at all. Chaos Bolt, there's a lot of casts. Aim Shot for Marksmanship Hunter, there's a ton of casts that are like that. It also doesn't end up negatively affecting dots because it's not negative haste scaling, it's just a GCD penalty. So there's a lot of specializations that don't really pay that much as cost for the GCD penalty as a whole. That shit. Moment.
Feet. Frontal.
Fire. Fire.
Feet.
But near, gotta get that guy targeted.
Frontal.
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'm less aware whenever I'm doing dungeons with this shit. Because actually, every single cast is like a surprise. I actually have no idea what the assist is gonna cast next. It's like, oh, that's neat. It started casting this. Yo, what up? Today is the day. Oh my god, we actually getting the PTR today? Do me surges in AoE for Star-Lord? Absolutely not. Would you change it? No, I wouldn't even have it be a GCD penalty at all. I think the GCD penalty stuff is nonsense. I think the issue with it is I think the GCD penalty stuff is nonsense. I would add like a negative 50% damage modifier to it. Also, whenever I was playing yesterday, my hands were on fire whenever I was playing. Like, I don't have a disability, but I might get carpal tunnel from playing with this shit for too long. Get a foot pedal? Shit, get my ankles a workout. Put it on 5 different buttons. Isn't it ironic that you're telling me to put the 1-button assist on multiple buttons though, to avoid hurting my wrists? Is that not? Is that not like ironic? I do need an AHK script. I could get an... AHK isn't, like, banned, right? Find a scroll wheel? Dude, I don't have a mouse like that. If I had a mouse that had, like, the unlocked scroll wheel, I'd maybe... File lawsuit against the Blizzard for giving me carpal tunnel. Oh my god, he has no threat on these mobs. I'm actually gonna fucking get melee to death and die. He actually has 0 threat on them in my pre-existing Starfall. just randomly ripped the entire pack. That was fucking scary. Seen that? Shit. But I don't have all these mobs dotted. Get the beam on that sucker. Hold the spam function? I don't have a keyboard app. How the fuck would I... Is that real? Do you need to click the button? Okay, so the hold and cast functionality doesn't work with the one button assist. Blizzard disabled it to work with the one button assist for... I don't know what reason, but it is disabled for it. I need to download like auto hotkey is what I actually need. I mean, I was talking to Squishy and Growl about this yesterday too. Whenever, like after my stream,
Frontal.
and Squishy was like, "Did you feel like you could actually play the dungeon any easier?" And for me, the answer was actually no. I actually felt like I was less aware of what was going on in the dungeon, which might be counterintuitive, but I feel like, you know, a lot of playing WoW is about like min-maxing your movement. And whenever I actually have no idea what ability my guy is about to cast next, it's like a surprise every single time. Yo, what's up next? Thank you for the resub. Welcome back.
Frontal.
Hello. Morning. But yeah, I think this is... Personally, I think this is an abomination. I think it's far too good. I think it's not an accessibility feature. It is a gameplay removing feature. Like, do I really need to be beating this DK in this dungeon? Like,
Frontal.
Do I really need to be doing DK damage in this dungeon? Like, really?
Feet.
Is that really what we need out of this? I would just, like, as a guide writer for Wowhead, too, I would, like, never recommend anything else other than just turn on the one-button assist and rock out.
Frontal.
Nobody's being forced to use it? I mean, as if there isn't social pressure to use it. Whenever I started learning Ellie Shaman, the best thing that I could have done for Ellie Shaman, if instead... Okay, it would have taken me 1 month to learn how to play Elemental Shaman, or alternatively, I could have immediately turned on the one-button assist and gotten 3 KO within, you know, a few days, because I don't actually have to learn how to play Elemental Shaman. Like, is that really what you want to teach people? I think the answer is probably no.
Welcome to the firing range.
Oh, the snapback.
Playtime.
I mean, nobody's being forced to play World of Warcraft either.
Yes.
I just don't think that this... I think that there's a lot of people, and it's all fun and games until it's you, who their damage would improve drastically by turning on the one-button assist. Does it work better with classes with simple rotations, or does it also work for mages? So, the long answer of it is it doesn't necessarily only work better for classes with more simple rotations. It is very much a your mileage may vary, and some classes have better... So there's two things. There's the assisted highlight feature, which is like the thing that like glows up your action bar and tells you what button to press. It's like the Hikili light thing. That, depending on your specialization, is either good or bad, depending on how Blizzard coded it into the game. So depending on how Blizzard coded that into the game, that Hikili rotation assist feature is either good or bad. And in my opinion, that's actually a very good feature for the game. But for some specializations, that light up, glow up button thing can be bad. And if that's bad, then your one button assist is automatically bad. The specs that the rotation assist tends to be good for, not the one button rotation, but the specs that the rotation assist tends to be good for, are the specs that more often than not have a slightly less complicated rotation. I will admit that that is true. Did I press Incarn here? Yeah, I'll press. Are you one button right now? Yeah, I'm getting after it. I'm rotating W and R. That way my pointer finger was on fire yesterday.
Stand still.
Wait, is that on me?
Done with you.
Holy shit, it was on me. What the fuck?
Targeted. Dot.
I'm ramping. DPS specs? True.
Boss.
How do you walk forward in place of W? Oh, yeah, I use ESDF to move. I guess that would be kind of a... probably important to say that I don't... I just don't really have the energy to care about what other people do. If someone uses a one button, does decent damage with it, and doesn't brick my key, live your best life, king. I think it's bad for the game. Like, I don't think as a player I give a fuck, but I think it's like genuinely terrible for the game. Moonkin's not even the best spec with the one button assist. I think Marksmanship Hunter and I think Destro Warlock's the best spec in the game with the one button assist.
I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Time to tangle.
I don't even think Moonkin's like as good as some of these other specs. Fuck.
Get 'em, kids! Disgraceful! Time to tangle! Make Mama proud! Filthy! Time to tangle!
Defensive.
Does it! Mama's mad!
I mean, this is kind of grief, right? It's gonna always be star falling here. I guess that's the best for overall DPS. Like, who gives a fuck about killing the boss, though? Like, overall DPS is more meaningful than killing this boss, I guess. That's a good point. I didn't really consider that.
Get 'em, kids! Filthy!
Press this Incarn in 4 seconds here.
Time to tangle!
Free instant cast Starfires. Warrior Balloon. Fuck up these mecha drones.
Disgraceful! Make Mama proud! Time to tangle!
Should I be beating this DK by 50% damage? Like, is that
Defensive.
really what we want to be telling people whenever they're like first learning the game? That, hey, you guys don't actually have to learn how to play the game. Instead, you could just... It's like add-ons. Like, okay, it's like the add-ons are playing the game for you crowd, except they're actually right. I'm not a part of the add-ons or playing the game for you crowd because that shit is normally nonsense. Except this time they were actually right. Game's cooked. Well, I was doing 6 million, or I was doing 9 million. He was doing 6 million there.
Disgraceful!
I mean, obviously not 50% more now. Please dot this guy.
Time to tangle!
I gotta kill off these drones. It's my job.
Make
Targeted.
proud! Filthy!
My god, almost pulled that fucking pack.
Son, get 'em, kids!
I'm skinned. I'm actually terrified that I'm gonna die here. I health pot? We don't have Link. He's got Ascendance. You're stuck.
Disgraceful!
Okay, so I'm gonna press Vig.
Defensive.
Does it
I'm gonna get ready to press my health pot here momentarily. Hold on, maybe this shaman. Hold on. We got Ascendance. Wait a second. Is Resto Shaman broken?
I'm not
All right.
mad. Just disappointed.
Technically not an add-on, actually. It taught me how to play my Fury Warrior better. Dude, I feel like it hasn't taught me fuck all. I feel like if anything, I'm substantially less aware of what's going on. Like I do think that the light up feature, that's an accessibility feature, right? Because it's teaching you how to play the game. But this is like, this isn't an accessibility feature. This is just like a gameplay removal button where you've just taken all of the gameplay away from people. I'm gonna be pressing my incarn in 4 seconds. Oh god. Okay. Thunderstorm that. Do I meld? Do I meld? Do I meld? Okay, no, I don't. Is the game only your rotation, though? I mean, the most important part of the game is how you interact with your character, no? Like, by far the most important part of the game is how you interact with your character. Dude, I'm downloading auto hotkey after this. my hands are still hurting. Like, this actually hurts my wrists. Oh, sec. Do this. Oh, he's gonna do it. Okay, I will not be doing it. What does auto hotkey do? There's a script for auto hotkey that lets you just like hold down a button. It'll just fucking spam the one button assist over and over again. Well, yeah, it hurts my hands more than playing normally because I'm not actually like. It's unironically increased my APM like a lot, like because it's not like I'm tactically pressing buttons. I'm like spamming an ability, so I'm literally just my APM, like the amount of inputs I actually hit on the one button is a lot higher now because of it.
Defensive.
Yeah, it fucking hurts my hands.
Defensive.
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
Podcast. Just bind your normal rotational buttons. I have it bound to 2 different buttons. It's not about that. I am using multiple buttons. It still just fucking hurt. I don't know. I don't even understand how to describe it. I think it's because I don't know what the fuck the button is even going to be pressing, so I'm just like always surprised. And so the best thing that you can possibly be doing is spell queuing into the next button over and over and over again. So you'll just like mash, 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 mash.
Defensive.
Imagine not standing in healing rain. That's a good point. That was my fault that I died. I'm gonna be honest, the unironic reason that I died is because the mage died, and then we didn't kill the Blood Warper off. But I don't know why he died.
Defensive.
Don't use charged bolts at break CC. Yeah, charged bolts. Yeah, we realized that last night. Whenever we hunter trapped a mob in Dark Flame Cleft, and then charged bolts broke CC. That was sick. Jangbi was terrorizing a priority because of it? Oh yeah, I'm using the haste one. Whatever the proc that gives me a fuck ton of haste. I'll play one Bonelli shot. I'm not sure if it's good. I have no idea. I simmed all the specs. I have no idea. Like I didn't sim every spec on AoE. I have no idea like what's good or bad in Mythic Plus. So I guess I think the fundamental issue that I have with it is that I did the exact same damage as a DK in a plus 17 Operation Floodgate. Like I'm 100% confident that you could time a plus 19 dungeon with 3 DPS that are using the 1-button assist. Which is a title level Mythic Plus dungeon. I was talking to a friend before the 1-button assist came out, and I said that I didn't know if you could actually get title while Mythic Plus title while using it. I'm 100% sure that you could. Is that a bad thing? Yeah, that's a fucking terrible thing. All right, I got download auto hotkey. AHK. Download this shit. How does this shit work? This resilient keys exist. Download. Do a 19? Fucking I will. Isn't auto hotkey bannable? No. Not yet, at least. All right, new script. One button. I think it's... I mean, I've never seen somebody get banned by using auto hotkey. No. What they wanted to do whenever they banned multi-boxing was... Okay, so if I was using the script to press another button for me, that's bannable. But if you're using one input as one input, that's not bannable. So it's a bit different. Auto hotkey is bannable. PvPers have been banned for it. PvPers have notably not been banned for it, and they're currently calling for Blizzard to change their terms of service to ban auto hotkey. Yeah, so it depends on what your scripts that you're... It also partially depends on what the scripts that you're using for auto hotkey are. Toggle's bannable. Yeah, I'm just gonna use a script that literally just presses a button over and over again. Great. never really done this before. So this is brand new territory for me. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. You just hold down a button, it'll press it for me over and over again. This is degenerate. Stop it. This is what Blizzard. This is how Blizzard wants you to play in the current year. Yeah, you don't need a perfect rotation time 19s. Can I not open this and edit it? I gotta call evade. His evade's offline. Fuck. Open a notepad. Oh, I see. Oh, what was I trying to open it with? I'll save. Wow, get key state 2. What does this do? Two. Okay, so this, I should have it spam R. Right, now, how do you run this? How to run programs. Then you just open it once you save the file. It looks like your the script you're running requires auto hotkey v1, which is not installed. What? Sure, whatever. An older instance of this script is already running. All right, that's good. Go fucking hit the dummies real quick. See if this works. A script for the one button feature? Well, yeah, I mean, my fucking... Dude, it hurts my hands. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, unironically, it hurts my hands. Is that 6.5 million overall with one button? Well, we wiped halfway through the dungeon, but yeah, I did... should I have been beating the DK in overall? I guess is really the moral question here, and I think the answer is probably no.
Clearing needed.
Alright. Not working. Dude, AUG apparently is fucking sick with the one button too. I think I might have fucked something up. I think I know what the issue is. No, that's definitely not right. Oh, I probably need to close it and reopen it, huh? You could just say that DK sucks. I actually don't even know if that DK sucks. Close all the shit out of your taskbar and reopen? Oh my fucking god. I need to close WoW? Oh, the auto hotkey stuff? I don't think so. I mean, I know people who have used auto hotkey scripts for basically forever. I think this is supposed to be... Or... Yeah, I use it since Wrath no ban. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't get banned for it depending on what you're doing. Now I reopen it. Okay, so now it's open again. Yeah, I don't have a turbo button on. I don't have Razor Synapse. You can test it in Notepad first. Wait, what? Can you? I can see what it's returning. DM a Discord script on Discord? Yeah, that works. I can't use 2. I can't press 2 anymore. I don't... Holy fuck, this auto-hotkey script is fucked. Fucked up my game. I don't know what... Hold on, I think the script that I'm using is fucked. Edited Notepad. It's just text you copy paste. Alright, deal. Want to buy AUG1 button for every key? Dude, apparently AUG1 button is not that bad. I was looking at it earlier. Use bracket R? Like where? Hammer loses the ability to press 2. Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, that doesn't make any sense though. But I guess it's maybe something with how the auto hotkey script works. Bullshit like that. And close it, and then reopen. Sent me the text. Alright, bet. Put the tank on follow, set up auto hotkey, and do a butt run. Go get lunch. Oh shit. Let's try and press Shift R. Okay, it's actually that script. The script that I was using is actually working, but now it's trying to press Shift R. Okay, honestly, do I need... I don't need health pots. Like, fuck it. This is sick. Capitalize the R in the script? Oh, shit. You know what? You're a fucking genius. I probably did, didn't I? I did. Oh my god. Save. And then... close this. Holy fuck you. All right, we've done it. All right, chat, it's over. We've won. Algari health potion. Wait, we're health potion. All right, this is it. This is what World of Warcraft has turned into. Everybody's been clamoring for the one button assist. All right, peep it. This is the future. Hold on, that didn't work. A second ago. Okay, never mind. All right, this is the future. Bang, we're back. This is it. This is it, guys. You, for the low price of one auto hotkey script and a $15 World of Warcraft subscription, can do 85% of your potential DPS with one singular button. Find out how. Call 888 Growl Fan Club. Show the meters for the clip. There you go. All right. Use code JANGB at checkout. All right. Let's go do a dungeon. Now my wrists aren't gonna hurt. 19. 18. Fuck it. I'm not slash following people around. That's degenerate. This isn't degenerate. 20 years of development has led up to this. Oh shit.
Even though the core way is usable again, there is still plenty of construction work and rubble clearing.
This is intended gameplay. This is literally intended gameplay. No. This is live. This isn't on the test realm anymore. It's live. You can turn this shit on. Like, if you go to your spellbook, in the top right-hand corner of your spellbook, there's a thing. It's called the single button assistant, and it just presses all the buttons for you. Yeah, I think this needs to be nerfed heavily. I don't think that there's any way that this should be the best way to play the game. Well, it's not about... I don't think that this... Okay, I don't hate handicapped people. This isn't an accessibility feature. This literally removes gameplay from a lot of people. Because now you're going to be pressured into... I mean, imagine somebody in your raid or somebody in your Mythic Plus dungeon beats you using the one-button assistant. You are going to basically question everything that you've ever done in World of Warcraft up until this point. There's just there's no way that you should be ever getting... Like, if you're actually, like, pressing your buttons, there's no way you should be getting beat by the one-button assist. Oh, wait, is this Workshop? No, this is Floodgate, thank fucking God. I mean, we could unironically play with 3 DPS using the one-button assistant and get the rank 1 title. We could time 19s with this thing. It's insane. Oh my gosh. My guild's Destro Warlock better lock in. Good news, it's Biss for Destro too.
Feet. Frontal.
This... I'm literally just holding down R.
Feet.
Are you slash following the tank this key? No, I'm gonna play it. Do globals affect the moment active? That affected the moment activate this option? No. The GCD penalty is attached only to the one button. Okay, so like it's the one button assistant is a button, right? Like it is like slash cast one button assistant. It's like a singular button. If you don't use that, then there's no GCD penalty. Put a weight on R. My raid leader used it last night and out DPS 6 DPS on a roster. Were you playing in heroic or mythic? A very interesting question. Was that heroic or mythic raid? Because I think the answer could be either one. Warden text AHK running in the background. Okay, so yes, it will detect auto hotkey running, and it will flag you as an auto hotkey user. But unless you're utilizing it to press multiple buttons at the same time, then it doesn't do anything. Right? Like, if you're just using it to, because it's how it's viewed as like one button press is one button press, and I'm literally just holding down R, which is one button press. If I was using it, be like alternate R and Q over and over and over again by holding down the button R, then you know, then it would flag your account, right? But that's not what it's being used for here. Yeah, this is silly. This is all nonsense. Show you guys my keyboard. I can move my camera. I could in theory just move my camera. I don't know if that's a good. Raise it up. Sec. Bang. Oh. It doesn't go down that far. Alright, well, this is fucked. Alright, you guys won't be able to see the keyboard. It's fucked, though. Crotch cam. You know what? I don't... After careful consideration, I don't think I wanted that anyways.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Put keyboard on top of your head, it makes no difference. Well, I actually have to hit some buttons occasionally. Like bear form. I like to feel like I'm participating in the key.
Feet. Frontal.
Oh, why the fuck am I not holding down R? Hold on.
Feet.
This is insane. Pedals on YouTube? Yeah, I'm co-streaming to YouTube now.
Frontal.
It doesn't even feel like I'm playing WoW. This unironically feels awful. You're using Celestial Alignment, which is a major cooldown, not activated by the one button tool. Your stream is clickbait and not a faithful demonstration of the one button in the 17. Dude, shut up. I saw that on my YouTube comments, and I was just like, what is going on? What does he want me to do? Not press my fucking CDs? I think the answer is actually yes. Like, he actually just doesn't want me to press my CDs. This is jank. Oh, fuck the crab. I'm literally just holding R. I'm top DPS. I'm literally top DPS. What is going on? Hold on. I got a tab. All right. Yeah, right. Gaming. The script couldn't do that. Target capital and also make me top DPS. No, I believe that Blizzard's out to get you. This is the greatest patch in WoW's history. I don't have to play the game anymore. I just get to stand here. Oof. Yo, anybody get a kick? Not gonna be me. I'm too busy pressing R. Honestly, why are we PIing anybody else? Why are we PIing anybody else? I'm top DPS! Look at this shit!
Well, well.
I'm the greatest!
What have we here?
Feet.
Use guys stay
Frontal.
right where
And with
you
one
are.
Twitch Prime, I too can teach you how to top your DPS
Frontal.
and your plus 18 Operation Floodgate Pug. With the low, low price of one Twitch Prime.
Feet. Feet.
Beat. Don't look at the meters. Now I'm ramping. I
Frontal.
had to dot the entire pack. Don't just ignore that part. I'm coming
Frontal.
for them. So now I'm ramping.
Feet.
My damage only goes up. Their damage only goes down. It's different.
Feet.
I feel like I'm less aware of what's happening, not more aware.
Frontal. Frontal.
Which is it might be an insane thing to say, but I feel like I'm genuinely less aware of the mechanics.
Feet.
Also, whoever was talking that nonsense about don't look at the meter now, look at the meter now, bitch. At the top. You know, I'm in second place. Close enough to the top. And I'm tied with the DK in overall right now. That's because your rotation was part of your awareness? Yeah, it actually kind of was.
Welcome to the firing range.
This DK, by the way, has cutting edge. He has the Gallywix mount.
Playtime.
Just let that be known. Also, these Crocs are certainly snapping back. Is it going to reset our boss? Maybe. Please, God, I don't want to die. Oh, he's... This little bitch is back. Not me, not me, not me, not me!
Boss.
Targeted. Targeted.
That's what you
Well?
get for messing with the ball. You're no fun.
Because you're not engaged? Yeah, maybe it's because I'm not engaged. That's a good point. All right, let me move my camera. Alright, you guys are gonna get a hand cam. I think this is a strat. Leaking address? Really doesn't leak my address. Alright, this is the peak. This is the peak of World of Warcraft gameplay. Oh, your shit's so clean. It's not. I have terrible cable management, but I don't like dirt. I am very disorganized though, I will say. 18. Bind it to the mouse and play one-handed. That could be the sauce, actually. You about how hard your teammates are playing right now? You're just holding down one button. Dude,
There is still
I don't
plenty
get
of
it.
construction work and rubble clearing needed.
18 Brazil Operation Floodgate. Oh my fucking god. This is it. These are the things that I like the most in life. The one button assistant and resilient keys. Yeah, but I actually want to feel like I'm playing, so I have to use the keyboard as well, of course. I also need to have my mouse free, that way I can scroll Twitter on my second monitor. Wait, hold on. Yeah, let me get the mic arm out of the way. It worked effectively. What are they doing to the game? I mean, I think this is nonsense. I think the question of what are they doing to the game is a very valid one here. Why'd you leave? I don't know. This is called Jang B rotation. How much less single target damage are you doing? On Sims, it's set around 17%. Ish. How dare you shame the great Jang B? But you can hold down the one button. I downloaded auto hotkey so that way I could not get carpal tunnel by doing the stream. Hurt my fucking wrists. Ain't that TOS? Nope. Nope. It sounds like it should be against terms of service, doesn't it? But it's not. (17% DPS loss on single target if played perfectly, but for Tettleson's a DPS gain. Yeah, that's the thing is like a lot of people do some really bad shit with their rotation a lot of the times, or like they stop casting and stuff like that. And this actually removes the thought process of like what button you're going to need to press next, and instead you're always going to be pressing at least a global next, which is a huge damage gain for most people. For me, whenever I was first learning my Eliem Shaman, I would do these things where I would pay a brain GCD penalty where I just wouldn't be queuing up an ability because I'm trying to think about what my next ability is supposed to be. So instead, I'm just like standing there waiting and thinking about what I'm supposed to be pressing next. And you're never going to have that situation happen because you're not actually thinking about anything that's going on. Instead, you're just holding down one button and it's playing the game for you. Single button assistant from instance content, problem solved. I would hit it with a 50% aura nerf. Like, if you use the single button assistant, it should just do 50% less damage. Maybe instance content is just not built for it. I don't know. It's just way too good currently. But imagine if you have a friend who couldn't play the game. Well, it's not accessibility if it just removes gameplay from the game. Like, I'm not saying get rid of it. I'm saying make it to where it's not there's a lot of people that it's the best possible thing that you can be doing. Anybody who parses below an 80 percentile in heroic raid, it's going to be better than you. Like that is so many fucking people. Like that is so many fucking people. Like, and meanwhile, I'm just bat chesting. I'm literally just, you can't tell me what to do. I'm holding down one button. The future of gaming is now! Like, what? What is going on? What Shaman spec do I do this with? Totemic Enhancement. That's the best one. No, accessibility is removing barriers, not removing gameplay. Like accessibility is making it to where people who otherwise wouldn't be able to play the game at all can play the game, and now it's like now it's so good that it's literally removing gameplay from some people who were already pre-existing in the system. Druid only press 4 buttons anyways. Yeah, Moonkin doesn't press that many buttons anyways. Moonkin's like pretty simple. Okay, for some specs it's actually bad, right? Like it's certainly a your mileage may vary thing. And I made a video about this. There's some specs that just do bad damage with it. Like, you know, any of these specs are in red. I would never use the one button assistant with them regardless. But then, you know, I did some of the AoE specs, or some of the AoE sims. Moonkin on AoE, in theory, is supposed to be paying like a 25% GCD penalty, or a 25% damage loss on AoE, but as it turns out, it doesn't matter because people are worse than 25% damage down. But for Warlock on AoE, it's only a 13% damage loss altogether. Is that not crazy? Oh yeah, you can know this. I mean, it was in a YouTube video. Make sure you like and subscribe to this YouTube video. Very important. All the way, Brand. They released all the dungeons for Season 3? Oh, shit! Wait. What did it say? Message retracted in YouTube chat. Oh, God. Is there moderation on YouTube chat? I didn't know anything about all that. Alright, let's see what this is. War Within Season 3 Mythic Plus full rotation revealed. 54 seconds ago by my bench co-host Squishy. Alright, so it's Dawnbreaker. Okay, so it's the dungeons we voted on. Dawnbreaker, Arakara, Floodgate, Prior to the Sacred Flame, Eco Dome, Aldani, new. Halls of Atonement, Tazavesh, Streets of Wonder, and Tazavesh, Thalia's Gambit. Oh, shit. Now that is an S tier lineup of dungeons if I've ever seen one, huh? Isn't that bis? Huh. These are some S tier dungeons. Oh my god. Okay, so I do have one question. What are they going to do in Gambit at the very beginning where you got to fight the fish stick mobs? Tazavesh Gambit. Because in the past, you would press like stops on the mobs to make sure that they didn't cast the fish stick, but with how the stop change has actually been implemented, like, is that different now? I wonder. Like, there was these murlocs at the very beginning, right? And they cast this fish stick ability. What are these? I don't remember. They're not the fishmancers. I think there's something else. Maybe they're the fishmancers. How many necks in that rotation? None. 0. No neck. Oh, wait. Tazvesh has necklaces? Wait, are you serious? Look. Oh, dungeons. Battlelands. Tazzy V. Loot. Oh, wait. Hold on. We got necklaces. God, their stats are fucking awful. Why couldn't we have why can't we have mastery? Why not mastery, man? What about me? Dude, that's an S tier dungeon lineup though. I'm stoked. What do the WoW commenters say? Why Tazvesh that place sucked ass? Can I dislike comments? This is objectively just bad. I don't know about I think we might be hyperbolic with our use of the word objectively. I think this... dude, I'm stoked. I like this pool. What do you think of the belt? I think the belt is like, whatever. Wasn't Halls of Atonement terrible? No, the Halls of Atonement was one of the better Shadowlands dungeons. These are like the 3 best Shadowlands dungeons. Streets, Halls of Atonement, and Gambit. I think that most people would have, like, if you ranked your top 10 of all time dungeons, I think that all 3 of these are probably in a lot of people's top 10. Three Shadowlands dungeons already. It does feel a little bit early for Shadowlands dungeons, which is kind of funny. Hero talent tier sets? Oh. What? Hero talent tier sets coming in Season 3. Choose between 2 options per spec. What? What does this mean? When did you record the Wowhead video premiering at the moment? Yesterday. Oh, is that premiering? Wowhead. So yeah, Dratnos and I made a video where Squishy released a lot of information to us about basically we were under the Wowhead NDA embargo for the stuff that's being announced today. So there's a lot of cool shit. There's a lot of cool shit. This is super interesting. So basically what it is my understanding is that there's going to be 2 set bonuses that you can pick from. And it's going to be related to hero talents. Now, I am skeptical as to how this is going to end up working, especially with hybrid classes. Like, how is it going to work if you're like a tank and a DPS, say for Colossus for protection and arms? How is it going to be any different than, you know, Colossus's Demolish just does more damage? I don't know. But at the same time, I think that this has potential to be really cool. They're just going to have to cook on it a lot. If it's just some boring, you know, your hero talent does X% more damage, I would be kind of disappointed, but I think it could be sick. Love for Dratos, Sag. There's a YouTube video on the WoW. Wait, what did they say? There's a WoW YouTube channel video? Hold on. There. WoW YouTube. Ghost of... What is this? Ghost of Caresh first look. Okay, I have no... now, this was not part of what we did yesterday with Squishy and Dratnos.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wowcast. Today, we're going to talk about the next major content update, Ghost of Caresh.
My music.
To help us uncover what's in store, I'm joined by 2 developers who helped bring Caresh to life. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Drew D'Souza, and I'm a lead encounter designer.
I'm Steph Yoon. I'm an associate lead quest designer, and I was also the point on this content.
This guy's the GOAT. This guy's the GOAT. This guy's saved Mythic Plus. This is our GOAT right here. All hail Drew D'Souza.
First things first, what is Caresh and why now?
This guy deleted affixes.
Caresh isn't
He's
a
based.
new term
He's based
to
as
us.
fuck.
You know, way back in Burning Crusade, we first heard about them when we met the Ethereals in Netherstorm. And, you know, they told us tales of Caresh, a beautiful, arid homeworld.
That guy's a Giga Chad.
Dimensius the All-Devouring came and consumed their world soul. So we helped the Ethereals get revenge in Netherstorm, and we thought the matter was finished. And for the first time here in Ghost of Caresh, we'll be stepping foot on what's remaining of that planet, this shattered, void-touched land, because we've heard that evil forces are trying to resurrect Dimensius
This
the
zone is
All-Devouring.
sick.
And if that happens, the Ethereals are toast, and then Azeroth will be next.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good for us. So, who's gonna help us try to stop Dimensius?
You know, with a threat like this, it's all hands on deck. Within the last major content update, Illyria sort of took a step back and undermined, but she'll be here front and center with her old mentor, Locust Walker, as he brings us to his old home planet. And the eager players among us will have already gone through the content in Legacy of Aerithor, where there is a feature called Lore Walking, which gives hints to sort of the content that's coming up here in Ghost of Caresh. In there, we learned that Venari and the brokers are interested in helping. Not only that, they've brought their entire city, Tazavesh, the Veiled Market, from the Shadowlands and placed it here right in Caresh. So we'll be able to use that as a home base. We're going to gather as much help as we can so that we can face Dimensius in the raid Manaforge Omega.
You guys want to know something about Squishy? Apparently learned this. I mean, they might end up saying this. Apparently, Dimensius, all that we know about it is that it spans, like the fight spans an area that is as large as Stormwind. I have absolutely no fucking idea how we're supposed to fight a boss in a zone, in like an area that's as large as Stormwind, but I'm so stoked to see how it works.
I'm excited to see Venari. I know a lot of other people are too. You mentioned the raid. Can you tell us more about that, Drew?
Oh, please.
Absolutely, there's a lot to talk about. So our raid in Ghost of Caresh is Manaforge Omega. It's a giant facility that's been built up on the planet to harvest cosmic energy. We're going to be fighting our way in and through it to take on Shadowguard's Ethereals, who are trying to revive Dimensius. While we're in there, we'll face down with an army of Ethereals still being wrapped, the creature they're harvesting silk from, and even a mysterious council of demon hunters that have found their way onto Caresh. Oh, and of course, it's going to end with a cosmic level battle with Dimensius, who is the biggest raid boss we've ever made.
Oh!
How big are we talking?
Like City of Stormwind sized?
What?
Yeah.
Do you have
Dude!
any examples of boss mechanics in the raid?
One that I think is really cool is actually our intro. Like I mentioned, this is a giant mana intake facility, and we're actually going to come in through the pipe where they've taken the mana. We're actually going to utilize a artifact cloak we're introducing in Ghost of Caresh, the Reshi Wraps, to turn ourselves into energy and trick the filtration system. So our first boss encounter is against a warden that's overlooking these pipes, and
this is going to be fucking sick.
To survive.
It's time to raid again. I'm glad that I'm raiding again. We're back.
So let's break down Reshi Wraps. What's the fantasy behind them?
We wanted
Wait, what did they say?
Turn ourselves into energy and trick the cloak we're introducing the pipe where they've taken the mana. We're actually going to utilize a artifact cloak we're introducing in Ghost of Caresh, the Reshi Wraps, to turn ourselves into energy and trick the filtration system. So our first boss encounter is against a warden that's overlooking these pipes, and we're going to need to go in and out of energy forms to survive.
I'm excited for my druid to have another artifact. So let's break down Reshi Wraps. What's the fantasy behind them?
Artifact
We wanted to
cloak.
give the players an upgradable artifact that had a visible component for transmogs, of course, because that's the true endgame of WoW, but didn't interfere with any tier sets. So the Reshi Wraps are an artifact cloak that helps us turn our bodies from corporeal into an energy form. You know, a very powerful person within the campaign helps us gather these ethereal artifacts and coalesces them into the Reshi Wraps. And it turns our bodies into energy form and basically allows us to see the world through the ethereal's eyes.
Is there power attached
to
to
it? We'll be
it?
able to interface with an outdoor activity called phase diving, which allows us to enter untethered space, which is an entirely different way to look at Caresh. It's an overlay that introduces new creatures, new objectives, new world quests, you know, new mechanics. And the cool thing about the Reshi Wraps, it sort of interfaces with so much content across Ghost of Caresh.
This feels
you
like...
You can use it in the open world, you can use it...
This feels like they're talking like Horrific Visions and the cloak that we had in that season where you would get corruption resistance. That's how this feels, where they're talking about phase diving. That seems like it's like solo player content. I don't know what the power game, like, is there going to be power attached to the cloak? They didn't really say.
In the dungeon, you can use it in the raid and in delves as well.
Seeing the world in the eyes of ethereal sounds really, really cool. You mentioned delves. What is the new delve coming to Ghost of Caresh?
So we have a new delve coming in Ghost of Caresh, and this is called the Archival Assault.
This is new. This is for
Eyes
you,
of
the
Wolves and
moles.
Dragon Isles. You might be familiar with
Delves,
that place,
main
but this
team.
time it's chock full of ethereals, ethereal pirates, some brokers, and they're plundering the place, and we're going to put a stop to that with our buddy Bran. You'll be able to take advantage of your Reshi wrap to unlock unique challenge gateways. They might have boss rushes or unique challenge rooms and need the cloak to access them. Additionally, we're doing a little bit of a social feature in here where you'll be able to see your friend's presence. They might be able to leave you messages. You see their ghost running around where they died, maybe.
What?
Yep.
So I can make fun of my friend dying
Yep,
in a certain
yep.
place.
You get the Mario Kart ghost in the delves.
And speaking of dying, let's talk about our nemesis for this season.
Okay.
You might be familiar with her. Her name is Nexus Princess Kaiveza. You have unfinished business with her in Erebar. She's got a whole new bag of tricks for you. She's not going to hold back this time, and it's a 1v1 scenario, so buckle up.
That's so exciting. I loved her fight in Nerebar Palace, and so I was always wondering where she vanished off.
She's going to execute you from 10% HP.
Let's head back to the outdoor world. What can we do on Caresh?
Yeah, there's two major systems. You know, the first one is called ecological succession. When we met the ethereals for the first time in Netherstorm, the two things that I noticed were their energy forms and their really cool ecodomes, right? These systems that allowed them to create biomes inside that didn't match what was outside. And here, basically, you'll be helping run one. Venari is trying to bring life back to those shredded parts of Caresh. And with that, she needs your help to fill it with animals and creatures that really thrive in the Caresh ecosystem. What this means is that she'll ask you to go back to previous zones, get animals, and experiment and see if they can survive in the Caresh ecosystem, and then release them to create a thriving ecology. Think of it as like a void Jurassic Park, where you're just sort of like trying to make sure that this beautiful place can thrive.
Animal Crossing.
The other feature I want to talk about is phase diving. I already mentioned it a little bit when I was talking about the Reshi ramps, but it's basically an overlay across all of Caresh where you get to switch to energy form and enter untethered space to access a whole slew of new content. You can expect to see anything that you normally see in the outdoors, you know, treasures, rares, lore objects, all that. But there's also things that are unique specifically to phase diving. One of the features that I can talk about here is called warrants, where you're going to be helping the constable of Tazavesh hunt down notorious monsters.
I am looking forward to also building my own ecosystem. That sounds so cool. Anything with animals, you got me sold.
Hands up, shut up.
Earlier we spoke about the new raid. What else is coming to season 3?
Oh, there's a lot to talk about here. So first off, we have a new dungeon coming.
Give me good
with
info,
Ghost of Caresh.
Drew.
It's called Ecodome Eldani. It's very important to the Ethereals. It's a 3-boss dungeon. We're going to be fighting through devourers, invading one of these places, eating some of the wildlife Steph talked about earlier. That's bad. We're also going to be fighting off a force of wastelanders that have taken over this place.
This looks sick.
We're going to fight our way through and figure out why they want this place. One more note with this dungeon is it'll be immediately available on normal, heroic, and baseline mythic with the update on Ghost of Caresh.
I think the really cool thing about Ecodome Eldani, too, is that the canonical route that the storyline takes place is the campaign, the raid, and then Ecodome Eldani. And that's not a thing that we do often, you know? So I'm really looking forward to seeing how people react to this cadence.
So what are the dungeons in the dungeon pool?
Oh yeah, let's dive into that as well. Let's talk about the returning ones first. So we're going to head back to Revendreth and visit our friends, the Vens here in the Halls of Atonement. The next two, like Steph mentioned, Tazavesh is coming back, so we said Tazavesh should come back.
Of course.
That was a mega dungeon when it was first introduced, so we're going to break it in 2 pieces, of course. We're going to have Tazavesh Streets of Wonder, where we're actually fighting through the markets and bazaars and streets of Tazavesh, chasing down Solia. And then we'll have the second half, which is Solia's Gambit, where we're chasing through portals and eventually having our final showdown. Tazavesh will also be returning
This is going to be a
goated
goated season. These are sick dungeons.
Starting with Season 3, you'll be able to play it in hard mode as the baseline mythic difficulty. It'll have increased challenges, hard mode mechanics, and really awesome rewards.
Hold on,
I'm looking forward to it. Caresh. Starting with Season 3, you'll be able to play it in hard mode as the baseline mythic difficulty. It'll have increased challenges, hard mode mechanics,
hard mode
and
is the
really
baseline
awesome
mythic
rewards. I'm looking
difficulty.
forward to it.
Oh, we also had a community vote for the last 4.
So Squishy actually had more information about that hard mode. So apparently the hard mode is going to be roughly the equivalent of a Mythic plus 10 and drop hero track gear. Is that not fucking crazy?
Or what were the winners?
Yeah, it was really cool to see what players' favorite dungeons were in the War Within, and the 4 that players chose were Operation Floodgate from Season 2, going back to punch some goblins, Priory of the Sacred Flame, just awesome Hollowfall vibes throughout, and then we're going to round that out with 2 dungeons from Season 1 of the War Within, Arakara, City of Echoes, and the Dawnbreaker. Just quick note for the Season 1 dungeons, we are going to take a pass, on the visuals, the combat pacing, the cast times, the number of abilities even, to make sure they're aligned with Season 2 dungeons.
That's my go!
Are there any other important notes for players to know about for Season 3?
Actually, not directly Season 3 related, but on the day of the update for Ghost of Caresh, you're going to have access to non-bountiful delves and all Season 3 dungeons for heroic and baseline mythic difficulties.
Yes!
That means there will be
Fringe Week is over! Where you have nothing to do! It's gone!
Of course, Mythic Plus and the raid will open the following week, but you should have plenty to sink your teeth into on day 1. And oh yeah, one more thing. We've heard feedback for a long time now about how dungeon checkpointing works.
It's M0 and bountiful delves.
Keystones where your timer's ticking down and whatnot. We're going to revisit our philosophy there on how long a run back is and when they unlock.
I'm sorry, what?
Especially in Mythic Keystones where we've heard feedback for a long time now about how dungeon checkpointing works, especially in Mythic Keystones where your timer's ticking down and whatnot. We're going to revisit our philosophy there on how long a run back is and when they unlock, and we actually want to visualize some of this in game through what we're calling waystones. So as you unlock checkpoints, you'll have an icon
this is
on
our
the
goat.
map, and you'll also have these stones that warp in and show you, if I release, this is where I'm coming back. I don't want people asking that question anymore.
That is so exciting because I can't remember for the life of me every checkpoint in a dungeon, so thank you guys. And what about class sets?
Yeah, there's new set bonuses to talk about as well. In Maniforge Omega, we're trying something different with the set bonuses.
This Warlock set looks cool.
Up until now, they've been focused on your spec or your class.
Goddamn, is this a hunter?
Update, we're actually going to target your hero talents. So in my case, I play an Arms Warrior, I play Colossus. I'll have bonuses.
I think it's Demon Hunter in the front, yeah.
But I'll still have spec hooks if I'm a Prot Warrior versus an Arms Warrior to make sure that they're still competitive.
Demolish damage increased by 20% and critical strike damage of your abilities increased by 20% up to the target's. Demolish increases the critical strike.
We got you on the spec level, but we're targeting hero talents.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, and players can look forward to a lot of class updates as well. A lot of talent updates for specs such as Brewmaster Monks and Unholy Death Knights. Now, along with...
Okay, you say mad, not bonuses that force hero talents. Do you think that's any worse than what the current system is, where hero talents have been basically the exact same over the course of the entire expansion, and you've only been using one hero talent for Raid and one hero talent for Mythic Plus, and more often than not, it's the exact same one? I feel like this could not possibly be worse. It can't possibly be worse than what we currently have with hero talents.
With Season 3's PvE content, there's also a new PvP season. There are several PvP talents that are being updated as well.
Yeah, this is the new tier.
And for those of us who like outdoor world PvP, there is an entire island called Vanquisher's Wake.
I'll be avoiding that.
And I'll be there.
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Before we wrap up, what are you both most excited for in this update?
For me, I'd have to say it's Dimensius. That's going to be a cosmic level encounter. There's planets blowing up. It's awesome. Huge laser beams, you name it. Additionally, I think we have a really awesome dungeon pool this season. I'm excited for players to check out Tazavesh hard mode.
I am also really excited about Dimensius, such a glow up from the blueberry that he was before.
Yes.
Baby blueberry.
But the thing that I'm most excited about, we're in the War Within, and the War Within is part of the World Soul Saga, a trilogy of expansions that, interweave their story all throughout. And so the campaign and the story within Ghost of Caresh will matter so much more to the next expansion than it has ever done before. I'm really looking forward to seeing how players go through the campaign and absorb the story.
I'm excited for everything you guys have mentioned. That's Ghost of Caresh, the void-touched major update coming.
All right, yep. Andrew D'Souza is my goat. Fixing the game. Why are we getting cock cam? Hold on, look at this. It's supposed to be hand cam. Thank you for calling it cock cam. Look at this shit. Coming when? Oh, did she? Oh, actually, I don't know. Did she say the date? Oh, fuck. Maybe I turned it off too early. I actually don't... Oh. Go back, wait.
To the War Within. Thank you, Steph and
Coming
Drew,
to the
for
War
hanging out
Within.
with me. And
Yeah, no date. You can hold the button? Well, I downloaded auto hotkey. So now I can hold the button. That was sick. Oh my god, the checkpoints. Oh, the dungeon pool looks sick. They're deleting that cringe-ass week where there was nothing going on. It's a miracle. I'm stoked. I'm so stoked. Alright. Time to go dominate some 18s. Can you post the link of the video? Yes. How can you just hold and press it? Auto hotkey. Dark Flame Cleft 18. Let me post the Twitch chat. Here. Bang. Where's the squishy video? It's on the Wowhead YouTube. It's basically Dratnus and I reacting to all the information. Cart, like...
Even though the core way is usable again,
That's
there is
there.
still plenty of
The assistant doesn't work with
construction
LVI?
work
It
and
should.
rubble clearing needed.
Bro said cock cam. You guys are some fuckers. No, whatever. Fuck it. I don't care. And the button got stuck spamming Fury Balloon? Wait, what? How's that even happen? I've never seen that. I actually I love Floodgate. I hate Priory. Well, actually, I don't even hate Priory. I don't like how many casters there are in Priory. It feels like there's far too many casters in Priory. Wait, there's a Brewmaster rework? Wait, what? What? I thought Brewmaster monks weren't allowed to have good things. I thought they were only allowed to have bad things. Check Discord. This is what Jangby UI is doing to the streets. Where? DK update too? Oh, what the fuck? Does DK need an update? They could get a raid buff. DK raid buff? They could get a raid buff. I'm down. Unholy oh no. Goddamn unholy DKs. Deserve less. They are? Oh. DK's gonna be so OP. Goddamn Death Knights.
Fucking Tettles. Fuck that guy.
Yo, thank you for the sub. Do you think the one button rotation is a segue to Blizzard exploring bringing WoW to mobile? Considering the microtransaction. I don't know, probably not to mobile. Oh no, I'm out of potions.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What add-on is this? It's a details plugin. It's like Details Mythic Plus something. Details a Mythic Plus extension. Hawk Cam.
Fucking Tettles. Fuck that guy.
All right.
Cock cam Craigasm.
We're not allowed to, okay, we're not allowed to call it cock cam. I'm moving out of frame. Oh. It's hard to press R now, huh? Because then it just spams into my fucking chat window. Shadow Priest changes? Wait, what? Yeah, I might have missed that part of the fucking video. Hunter's Marking is a flat bonus percent, so it's not useless in Mythic Plus. Yeah, Hunter's Mark is terrible.
1.
Alright, it's time to hold R. I'm prepared. They announced a new DK raid buff yet? I don't know. Maybe. You're actually going to have grip on 0 CD. That's what your raid buff is, and you're going to like it.
AoE.
Thoughts of mobs. Alright, Incarn. Guys, the DK got a Blood Beast proc. This is unfair. I wish DK would grip me. Huh? Yeah, there's new Season 3 news. It was all very good, too, actually. Ramping. On fire. Moonfire. Moonfire.
AoE.
I'm literally just holding
AoE.
down R. We're just beating another human being with one button. This is promising. This is justice. Yeah, what's up, Royman? We're currently exploring the depths of what the one-button assistant has to offer. The greatest new addition to World of Warcraft ever.
HBD.
Oh, Boomy's so
AoE.
fucking easy. This is a great day. Look at this shit. Yo, what's up, Pete? Thank you for the resub. Welcome back. I'm coming for this DK right now, too. You better be fucking careful. Play with one button. Yes, you can. It's a good day. Wow. Bat chest. It's not crotch cam. It's not crotch cam. Relax. It's hand cam, please. I don't know why I'm pressing R over and over again. Beam? You wish it was hand cam. Shut up! Shut up! It's not like Boomkin was hard before this. Yeah, Boomkin is not hard. Right, press the defensive. The first time taking my hands off of the rotation assist. Actually, no, I pressed Ursul's Vortex once. Guys, I'm top DPS. I might be the greatest. Are you mouse overing as well? Well, I have to target swap. I have to target swap to be able to dot mobs. I'm not mouse overing. I'm just targeting mobs that don't have dots on them, so my guy will actually dot them. Otherwise, I'd actually do 0 damage. Because I just like lose all my mastery. It's not really a thing. Insanity. Oh wait, I need to. Oh shit. What are the NPC?
Here we come.
Shit. Spell list, NPC list, laborer. Turn those fuckers back on. Okay, all right. We get the laborers turned back on because my guy's gonna AOE as hard as possible in this fight. No, I have the laborers turned off so that way I can't get mind
Card
controlled by them.
incoming.
But
Assigning fixate.
as
Swap.
it turns out, I don't think I'm in control anymore.
No dodge my cart.
Charge.
What's the add-on that allows you to hold it down? I have auto hotkey. I was actually getting insane wrist pain earlier. Whenever I was literally just holding, whenever I was spamming one button, it was giving me crazy wrist pain.
Assigning fixate.
Wow. Guys, there's this minecart here. I'm gonna target it, and I'm gonna hold down the R button. Or the R button, and now I'm gonna retarget old Waxbeard. Wow. Impressive.
Charge.
No, not at me, you little bitch. Okay, I'm alive.
No dodge my cart.
I wonder how well this works for healing or tanking. It doesn't. Sorry, how are you using
Assigning
utility of moving?
fixate.
Do you have an MMO mouse? Yeah, I'm just
Card
moving.
incoming.
You know, I still have
Fixated.
I still have my other buttons bound.
Swap.
I definitely just press Sunfire manually like a bot.
Charge.
Dude, my brain. I can't like untrain some shit. I literally just like saw that I need to like move across the room from those laborers as they were gonna melee me to death and just Sunfire them all.
Card incoming. Swap.
Pressing real buttons like a bot. Yeah. Shit. Target the cart. Get him. I'm trying my best. Can you guys do something? Please. Yes. Somebody else do something, because it's not going to be me. I resisted the urge to Star Surge it. I resisted the urge. Wow. So, oh yeah. So tanks and healers basically all it does is it only ever uses like you're damaging a rotation. So for obvious reasons, for tanks and healers, it's like pretty unusable. There is no urge. There's only one button. Yeah. Can we see a damage breakdown for this boss? No. I beat the DK on the boss. Oh shit, that's good. Slow beam that. Incarn, bang! Target candle, target acquired, bang! Big starfires out of you. I don't even know what I'm pressing. DPS. I'm the greatest to ever do it. Stand in the healing rain. What does he do it? Oh my god. Press the one-armed bandit weapon. Oh my god. Oh, I got a renewal. I'm in a health pot. Some fucking NPC didn't kick. But it wasn't me. You're pressing R? Yes, I am. I'm getting after it. Oh. It's a great day to time an 18 Dark Flame Cleft, isn't it? God. Heal me. Please Mythic raid with this? Dude, we're not raiding for a while. Otherwise I would. Actually, I probably wouldn't. I'm in a trial right now. I would probably resist the urge.
Fire bad, not wax. Hurts cobalt.
Alright. Start getting these mobs dotted. We just griefed. Alright, I'll be LOSing. Why has it gotta be me, man? I'm in my cooldowns. I'm not rebuffing him. That's not part of the one-button assist. sick. Oh my fucking goodness. Why? Why stop, man? I just want to LOS. Please! Please, man, I just want to LOS. I hate this. 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 TR's not part of the one vote rotation. Sorry. That's right. OnlyFans multi-streams. OnlyFans multi-streams meat cam. Okay, no. There's no way I just read that.
By the candle's light.
I'm not rebuffing if that's not part of the one button assist, yeah. Wow. How does the one button thing work? We were watching it. I download auto hotkey, and now I sit here and I hold R through the dungeon, targeting the correct mobs, and I do top DPS.
Defensive.
Because I'm the fucking greatest. I'm Bear.
Bait candles.
And in a few moments, I will press the first action I have pressed in multiple minutes, which will be Incarn. And now I'm going to AFK because the rotation assist can't tell me to actually press a dot while moving there.
By the candle's light.
Alright. Please dot. I just wish I would press my fucking dots. When would be a normal time? Like, if it was learning, like, if it could tell that you're moving and you're within the pandemic window, oh my god. And you're within the pandemic window? I wish you would just tell them to dot. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize that ground effect was gonna insta-kill me.
Defensive. Bait candles.
My bad. Really thankful that he combat resed me, unlike I did to him, whenever I just let him lay there on the fucking ground in my cooldowns.
By the candle's light.
Stop trying to make the one button better. What are you doing? I'm literally just AFK, man. Like, what do you want from me? One button doesn't know what res is. Ugh. Not again. Not again. I'm running this time. What's your eye level in that Moonkin? Yeah, I'm 683. I'm geared on this guy. Well, yeah, it's horrible for Bear because you missed out on pressing Iron Fur, but here's the thing.
Defensive.
You could macro Iron Fur into the one button assistant.
Bait candles.
Just slash cast one button assistant, slash cast Iron Fur. Fuck it. Does that not sound lit? Like, that could work. Does it do movement? I mean, why not? Why couldn't it? That's the only tank that you can do that with? Yeah, well, that's not relevant. Damn, we really like to thunderstorm into our silent sigil a lot, huh? Dude, you just blast away the mobs out of my fucking solar beam. Alright, you know what? That's all I can do. Streamer mode. You know what? That's a good way of looking at it. It could be just called streamer mode, huh?
This is it. Court of counter.
Or it could probably macro shield block with minimal loss. That sounds terrible. Wait, come back. Dude, I don't want to do the jump. Alright, whatever. Yes. Oh, no, we're on. Wait, come back, DK. What the fuck? You just jump up there like that? For real?
Stack soon.
No take.
Alright. The the hardest boss in this dungeon. Invigorating. Look at this shit. Hold on, I gotta press incarn. 1 second, I gotta put my keeper back down. Bandit
Clear
weapon,
statue.
incarn.
Stack soon.
No, I opened up my chat
Clear
window.
statue.
Trolling. I'm trolling. I literally lost my incarn. No, I griefed. Guys, I'm a fucking bot.
Hit statue.
But I'm top DPS, so they don't know that I'm griefing.
Clear statue.
I gotta go back over there.
Stack soon. Clear statue.
I mold you now.
I'm done griefing. I'm done griefing. We can't wait for the boss. Why am I top DPS?
Clear statue. Stack soon.
Bear.
Clear statue.
Wax and ruin.
Keyboard turner? Definitely not me.
Clear statue. Stack soon.
Fucking dead. Oh, he linked me.
Clear statue.
Wax and
Hit me with the link. Alright, we're gonna incarn here with Vigil.
Clear statue. Stack soon.
God damn it. Okay, yeah, like, it's definitely not supposed to be me going
Clear
in the
statue.
gunk. I mean, it's definitely
I mold you now.
supposed to either be the DK or the mage. Pretty sure I die if I go in there, because I don't have wall. You're gonna innervate, bro. That's off the GCD. I'm beating the mage, by the way, in
Clear
damage. I
statue.
just want that to be known, that I'm winning right
Stack
now.
soon.
And I fucked up my incarn. Okay, I don't need to do anything.
Clear statue.
Wax and ruin.
I did less DPS in my 20 yesterday, actually playing my character, than I'm doing right now in this 18. I did like 1.9 million in the 20 yesterday that I did. Okay, the mage is going to beat me because he has cooldowns and execute. Yeah, good comms.
Stack soon.
But I beat this DK. Convincingly.
Wax and ruin.
All wall.
Hit statue.
Turn. A little bit awkward.
Clear statue. Stack soon.
I'm dead, good. So you're saying you're just bad at the game? Well,
No more Candle King.
some would say that I had to go bear form every fucking circle because it was a 20, but
Darkness.
that's not relevant.
Darkness cannot be time to flee. Flee to freedom. We can use Big Candle Court to escape.
Now I actually have to play. Oh, this guy just stole my fucking candle. Hold on to this one. Feed. Grab this one. Knock those motherfuckers away from me. Feed. Grab this one. Feed. Incap these motherfucking mobs. I'm gonna be late to getting this card. I think I didn't get the candle. What? Bot. Beam. Oh wait, I just started pressing my fucking sunfire like I'm actually trying to play the game. Old habits die hard, aka pressing buttons. You know what? I'm gonna target these horrors. I'm gonna try to pad. Oh, threat. Melding. I ripped threat. Off my tank. Horrors. The word is horrors. Yo, this DK's leaving. Well, I mean, what about me? This guy's going to pad. What about me? What do you say fuck me for? I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Crotch stream is the new hot tub stream. I'm gonna fucking kill you guys. Win last in DPS pad. Listen. The only thing that's more important than being high on the damage meter is getting IO, and this key's not IO for me, so I got a pad. Respectfully. No, it's not an add-on that lets you just hold down the one button assist. It's auto hotkey. A bricked up crotch cam. Fucking kill you. Yeah, I don't know about all this shit, man.
What's for me?
No escape.
Is auto hotkey toss? No. Oh wait. But the auto hotkey didn't tell me to throw the dynamite, but I'll do it anyways. Auto hotkey, it's like a scripting software that's like it's a Windows program, and you can create scripts that make inputs in whatever you want. It's just like a system level software, and what you'll use it is like I have a evade link to script. What the fuck? I wild charged out of that and it didn't break my stun. Did they fix that? No, there's no way. People are out. Like evade link to script that had basically whenever you have WoW open and then you just like hold down. I set it to R. You hold down R, then it presses it over and over again for you. Holding. Auto hotkey is bannable, by the way. I think only if you're actually using it to press multiple inputs at once is it bannable, from my understanding. I know people who have literally used it for 10 plus years. Yeah. Fired Up uses it too? Yeah, exactly. Atrocity uses it. Evade uses it. What do they use it for? Basically what I do. So you can just hold down one button and it will spam press it as opposed to having to like spam your keyboard. Basically what it's used for. So you don't get sore hands. I was unironically getting like carpal tunnel. Like my hands were on fire yesterday using the one button assist. I'm in the darkness.
Ads.
Holding down and spamming is not one-to-one, though. It is for purposes of what Blizzard deems as terms of service versus not.
Defensive.
If you had it pressing R and... if you had it every single time I pressed R, it also pressed T at the exact same time or something like that, that's against terms of service. But for purposes of this, it's not. Wait a second. I just fucked up. Actually, no, that's not.
Fucking Tettles. Fuck that guy.
Oh my god, Automatic Jack, what's up, buddy? We're one button maxing. I mean, look at this shit. Bang. Getting after it. Hold down R. Maximum DPS.
Ads.
Yes, it casts Fury Balloon. Yes, it casts Warrior Balloon. The only thing it doesn't cast for Moonkin Zenkarn, which I'll press manually, but on the other world. Wait, it keeps starfalling these dark spawns. Kind of grief. Still gonna quest as healer?
Defensive. Defensive.
Crotch cam. Shut up! God. Take notes, Jack. Pressing the one button rotation faster equals more DPS. Well, let me say, I was spamming it yesterday, and my hands were on fire.
Ads.
I do not believe it is more DPS. In fact, I believe it it's going to ruin my wrists is what it will do. I fear I'm not beating this DK in overall. But it was a tough battle, which is the most important part. And I timed an 18 with it, which is equally as important. Joke's on you, he's also using it. I don't fucking believe that, but that would be funny.
Defensive.
You haven't go to the gym lately, couldn't you tell? Thought they banned guns on Twitch, but little did you know they haven't. Alright, not bad. He's probably sweating his ass off so he doesn't lose to the one button assist. Yeah, that's true. Alright, this is great. Oh my god, yes, what a good day. I timed an 18 with it. Why not? If I get banned for auto hotkey and taking tells with me, I'll apologize in advance if you get banned. But I got better news for you. There's a lot of people who are getting banned with us. 6 CCs. Yeah, well, it doesn't tell me to kick. Listen, 7 out of 7 though. Every single time I kicked, it was useful. I didn't whiff any interrupts. Unlike this shaman who kept missing. How's it good for the game in the state? If you want my opinion, I think it's fucking terrible for the game. I think it's objectively god-awful for the game. It's not accessibility. It's literally just removing gameplay from people who are already trying to do their rotation in a previous manner. It could take a 50% damage nerf and probably be fine. I don't think it should be removed. I just don't think it should, as a guide writer, there's some part of me that's like, this is better than what most people are going to do in the same dungeon, right? This is much better than what most people are going to do in a similar situation. And so the best thing that I could tell you to do is just turn on the one button rotation and fucking slam that sucker. And that's not good for the game. Gives you a new yeah, it was gonna give me a disability if I kept mashing it. It really hurt my hands whenever I was spamming it. Genuinely, my hands were on fire yesterday. Just give a 40% damage down any group content. Yeah, and I think that if at that point, I think that's perfectly reasonable. A 40% damage down any group content, and then it's good for accessibility, and it's not going to be, because right now it would get an 80 percentile parse in a heroic raid.
Someone didn't get.
Doesn't it highlight how bad we are at WoW?
These are Earth.
I don't think that's okay. I do think that Blizzard should be looking to maybe simplify specs a little bit more. But this isn't the way that you simplify specs. This is something far different. One button Andes won't have your gear. Well, I could time a title range key right now. I could time a 19 with this. Pretty comfortably, even. I could get 2 other DPS, and we could all be using the one button assist, and we could time a 19. This shit, that's a title level key. Is that not fucking broken? Is that not problematic? Yeah, I understand that they're not gonna be doing the mechanics the same as me, but you've taken away so much of your gameplay is your ability to be able to press a button and be able to actually do your rotation. You should go back in the VOD and look at whenever I was setting up the auto hotkey script. I think it's really I don't think it's super simple to explain. Basically, you just download auto hotkey and you create a new script, and then you go into your notepad and then you put a script in to be able to press one button over and over again. That's pretty much it.
Even though the core way is usable again,
title players doing title keys, but I mean, I probably lost what 10% damage there. I maybe could have done a little bit more. There's some stuff that's it's not perfect, but here's the thing: most people would gain, you know, their damage would like almost, I don't want to say double, but their damage would improve by like 20 or 30% by utilizing this, which is bullshit because you've just removed gameplay. It's not, I mean, it's not about accessibility if it's the best thing that, like, if say you're an endemic player to the game and you've been established in the ecosystem for a while and you've been playing for, let's say, 10 years, you know how to play the game, but now you're getting just dunked on by the one button assist. Does that not just give you pause to think about like everything that you've done up until this point and be like, what the fuck? Dude, the next patch stuff, yeah, I checked it out. Dude, that stuff is so cool. I'm so stoked for next patch. Time to reroll healer. This is how we're gonna get more people playing tank and healer, because the the main advantage of being able to play tank and healer is that you actually have to play the game. The most skillful role in the game, amen. You actually have to think. I'm not doing a 19 break. Look. $18 resilient operation floodgate. Dude, I think that dungeon season, like that dungeon rotation, that looks like an S tier dungeon rotation. I'm so stoked. I think that what you're saying is mostly true. I also think that you're really underestimating the strength of knowing when to use your CDs, positioning, stops, and kicks, and defensives. I don't think I'm underestimating it at all. I think that all of those things are much easier to learn than understanding the knowledge of what sequence to press your buttons in. I think that 90% of your rotation isn't cooldown management, defensive management, stops and kicks. I think that, like, you know, probably like 60 or 70% of like a dungeon is understanding how to do your rotation to the point where you're actually able to have enough DPS to time the dungeon. Like, to where you're not an actual NPC in the key. But whenever I was first learning Elemental Shaman, I had a string of probably 20 dungeons where 15 of those I lost to the tank and DPS. I would never have those in this instance, right? I would never even have a situation where I'm losing to the tank in terms of how I'm doing DPS. Well, this is very different than Hikili, and it's very different than the rotation assist. I think the rotation assist is fine. I think that Hikili, fine, because it's, you know, for better or worse, it's trying to at least teach you how to press your buttons. I don't think it does an effective job because players will basically not read a guide and instead just download Hikili as to how to learn how to do their rotation. Instead of trying to actually learn their rotation, they're just looking at what button lights up. And so I don't think it's necessarily the most effective tool, but I think it's very different than holding down one button for the vast majority of a dungeon. A full-size keyboard? I love a full-size keyboard. I think it's just one of those things that, say you're an AOTC raider and you just get windmill dunked by some guy using the one button assist. Is that not just gonna feel like shit? I think that's like the biggest thing. I'm just like, I don't like it because of this. Use the numpad. Drop the numpad, you coward. You don't need it. But I like it. I guess I don't need it. I don't really use it that often. But I like it. I don't know why I like it. One button is ass on warrior, doesn't use avatar. Well, it doesn't use any offensive CDs. And it's certainly a your mileage may vary kind of thing. Where some specializations are terrible with it. Like Havoc Demon Hunter doesn't press like half your fucking buttons. Assassinate, or for rogue specializations, it's terrible. A lot of the energy specs is just really bad for. But for probably like half the specs, it's really good. That's kind of on you. Okay, I agree that, like, in theory, you could get better. Just getting better is certainly part of the process of playing World of Warcraft. I think that this is too good, is my hypothesis. Like, this isn't just a get good situation, this is better than somebody who's been playing the game for a year. Like, I think that if you've been playing the game for 12 months, this is probably still better than... This could probably be better than you. Shut up, Growl. I'm gonna fucking kill you. What's it like for Arcane Mage? Arcane is weird because it's... All of their damage is so heavily tied into Arcane Surge and Touch of the Magi windows, and the GCD penalty in the Arcane Surge and the Touch of the Magi windows penalizes them a little bit more than it would otherwise some other specializations. So it's a little bit less good for Arcane than it is for other specs. Kind of same thing with like Fire Mage. You know, it just doesn't do a great rotation during Combust. But here's the thing too, is people look at it relative to how much sims are showing, right? And they're like, oh, okay, this is a 25% damage loss relative to the sims. More often than not, people aren't doing sim DPS. You guys, I don't know anybody who's doing fucking sim DPS. Nobody's doing the sim rotation correctly either. Because here's the thing, sims are this machine that does global perfect inputs, and a lot of times it does things that aren't practical for humans. And so more often than not, there's a playable rotation, there's a sim rotation. And the playable rotation tends to be within, let's say, 3 to 5% of the sim rotation. So the playable rotation is already, let's say, 5% off of the sim rotation. So you're already playing at a 5% damage loss anyways. And then, you know, you're not as good as somebody else, and so you're 25, you know, you're missing a bunch of globals or you're pressing buttons at the wrong time, and so now you're 30% worse than the sim, and now the one button assist is better than you. And I know it's like hard to imagine. I literally almost beat a Death Knight in that last dungeon with the one button assist. Like I came in first place in a 17 Motherload yesterday, convincingly. I convincingly came in first place in a 15 Dark Flame yesterday too. Like, it's way too good. 30 or 40% way too good. I shouldn't be, like, I don't think you should be able to get the rank 1 Mythic Plus title with it, and I think right now it's pretty easy to get the rank 1 Mythic Plus title with. That's my natural skill. I promise that has nothing to do with me. To reference, the mage in that key with a 92.5% average parse heroic rater. Yeah, like, I know that Moonkin does more damage than Mage in dungeons. It just does more damage than Mage. That's just how it is. I probably am not supposed to beat a Mage, like, regardless. They should nerf Boomkin, it sounds like. Oh my fucking god, I hope they make Mistweaver unplayable for the rest of time until World of Warcraft 2 comes out. God damn. When I tried for Feral, it was really dumb. So funnily enough, for Feral, the rotation assist is what's bad. So for Feral, the rotation assist is like a 25% damage loss, but the one button is only like a 2 or 3% damage loss because of energy pooling, which that's insane. Latency is a big factor. I actually don't even think it's latency that's a big factor. I think it's like brain lag. Like, I don't know if you guys ever do this, but whenever I was learning Ellie Shaman, I would just proc a 2-second GCD penalty because I'm thinking. Because I'm trying to figure out what button I'm supposed to press next. Or all the times that you accidentally try to press a spinner, but you're 5 energy short. And so then you have to sit there for a couple seconds before you can press it. But now you never actually do that. That never happens. My brain, like, you don't have brain lag anymore. It's gone. You sit there and you press R. Does it cancel early for Devastation for being bad on Evoker? I haven't tried it on Dev. But there's ways that you can do, there's macros that you can utilize to not have it cancel casts mid-channel and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure how good or bad it works for Dev. I know originally it looked pretty good for Dev on single target. I know it looked pretty bad on AoE whenever I was looking at it. But on single target it was pretty good because I think that most of their casts were in long duration casts of Disintegrate. So something that happens is it's a 25% GCD penalty, but a lot of Moonkin's damage is in Starfire, which is an ability that's above the GCD. So you don't pay the 25% GCD penalty if you're just casting at if your cast takes longer than that. It's the same reason that Chaos Bolt's fucking broken for Warlock. I'm pretty sure it's good on Dev, yeah. I don't think... It looked pretty bad for Dev AoE, but I'm pretty sure it's good for Dev single target. Kalamazoo would get a damage increase for sure. Like, I think that I would probably be doing somewhere between like 5 to 10% more damage if I was pressing my buttons. Legitimately. Like, I think I would be doing about 5 to 10% more damage. But that's uncomfortably close. Right? That is a level that is uncomfortably close to how much, because to how much DPS I can do, because hold on, let's see what my slash plate is. I have 650 days put into this balance druid. I've played this goddamn thing for like 10 years at this point. Almost a little bit less than 10 years. You must hate ChatGPT. It's like when your factory worker gets their job replaced by a goddamn robot. You should be equally as angry. Is whenever they start replacing the factory workers with goddamn robots. Amen. You know what? We need tariffs. We need tariffs on this. Bigger tariffs. 40%. Chinese tariffs. They'll be bigger than better than China. Yeah, this is way too close. I don't think you should be able to use GSE. I think GSE is bullshit too. You should honestly probably not be able to have cast sequence macros. I think cast sequence macros are nonsense. Maybe that's a hot take, but I feel like very few people actually use them, and I just don't like the thought process of somebody utilizing this one button rotation stuff as opposed to learning the game. And right now, I would have no reason to explain to anybody how to play Balance Druid and on a guide whenever you could actually just download the one button, or you can turn on the one button rotation and just do most of your damage. You can just do whatever. Big, beautiful tariffs. Exactly. We're going to get some big, beautiful tariffs on this one button rotation. Can you link the auto hotkey script? Here, I'll show it on screen. Arms is apparently really good with the one button. I don't know how it is on AoE. On single target, it is not bad with the one button, and it is not bad. The rotation assist for Arms is actually quite good too. Like, I simmed all the specs. I didn't sim them on AoE. But I simmed all the specs. I mean, the one button penalty specs. Sort column, Z to A. Og was really good. Destro was really good. You know, Shadow Dev balance were all fine. Frostmage Demo. Okay, so apparently Arms is actually a little bit worse with the one button. But, I mean, Moonkin wasn't, like, the best one button. And it was actually, like, pretty not great on AoE. It was, like, a 25% damage down on AoE. Yeah, 25.9. I lose 26% of my damage on AoE. And I'm out DPSing people. Yo, what's up, Nagura? We are currently messing around with the one button assist, where I'm going to be holding R through the entire duration of this dungeon and topping DPS in this 18 Operation Floodgate. The true way that Moonkid was intended to be played here. Have you tested it out on your Ellie Shaman? No, I haven't. Is it good for Ellie on AoE? I haven't looked at it at all. Like, genuinely.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is auto hotkey allowed? Yes. There's a Keystone Deserter system coming? Yeah, you guys want to... I don't know if you guys saw that, but there is a... Blizzard announced that there's a Keystone Deserter system, and basically you're going to have to FF out of dungeons now. And if you leave dungeons too frequently, you're going to get flagged in-game with like this red flag that tells people that you're a frequent deserter of keys. Actually, the funniest shit ever. Just get marked with the debuff. I definitely just missed the jump. All right, it's fucking over. I'm just gonna keep hitting
frontal
back like normal. All right, and here we go. And look at this. Bang. R is being held. Damage is being done. Hold on, I gotta press Incarn again in a sec. Wait, I gotta move. I gotta get up from underneath that Saw Blade. Wow. This isn't broken at all.
Frontal.
I might be the greatest to ever do it. Oh, fuck, I'm getting shit on. But yeah, I think the FF out of dungeons thing is actually pretty nice. Nobody likes levers. Levers fucking suck. I don't know how much this is gonna impact like the broader community, but I can't see it being a bad thing. Like it's not gonna affect me at all, but I think it's pretty solid. Damn, Tunnels, you improved so much since I last saw your stream. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Crota. Seen that? Do not pull the divers. He's losing money to the one button rotation? Definitely not. How does he do it? Oh fuck, somebody kick. Thank you for the... Thank you, Demon Hunter. Rhett's performance with it? Yeah, so I did some sims with Rhett. Actually, with the one-button assistant, Rhett, because of Divine Hammer, actually paid a pretty big DPS penalty because I think you would lose Divine Hammer a little bit earlier. But it simmed a bit higher on AoE than Moonkin did. I bet... I wouldn't be shocked if Rhett's actually better than Moonkin with the one-button assistant. Rhett's broken right now? Yeah, I heard that a bunch of buttons for Rhett were not working. Not. Oh, relax, relax, relax. Alright, I'll press this. My Bandito weapon. What's broken about Rat? I actually don't know. What's the one button assistant meta comp? I have no fucking idea. I know it's bad with like Unholy DK. We're gonna press our Incarn here. And we're gonna get after it. Let's fuck more divers. Ooh, a power infusion for me! Oh, it's over. Take that. No, wait.
Only the
I should have help potted.
strongest survive.
Hammerfall, not in procking. Oh, you don't proc your Empyrean Hammers? Oh, yeah, okay, so never mind. You're gonna do 0 DPS. Isn't Empyrean Hammers like 30% of your damage or something? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Feet.
Alright, it's Brazil. It's Brazil. We go again. Whew. One button doesn't pop health potion. You know what? It should just health pot whenever I drop below a certain health threshold. That's a good calm. Why not? It doesn't work well for Windwalker Monk. All the energy specs it's terrible for some reason. I don't know if it's for some reason, but I mean, it's terrible for all of them. So for Boomkid, do you have to manually press cooldowns? Otherwise, it'll spam. Yes, just Incarn that to press. I tanked a 10 with a prop paladin while eating a tuna salad. Okay. It only casts one spell and stop. I have auto hotkey. It casts trees and convoke. I can use this in raid. Yeah, but it doesn't sync your trees and your convoke. So I'm pretty sure you're supposed to play 1 minute trees, 2 minute convoke, and then everything can be synced pretty easily.
5, 4,
B movie.
2.
That's right.
1.
B movie. Wait, it presses Shield of the Righteous for Prot Paladin? Wait, what? I didn't know you were the booming the 18 Dark Flame. Yeah, I was also using the one button in the Dark Flame.
Feet.
God damn it.
Frontal.
What is this cooked ass route? Our mage. Okay.
Feet.
Our mage just got mad at our tank
Only the
and
strongest
kicked our tank
survive.
and typed, "Bro, what the fuck is this cooked ass route?" Is that first? Is that first pull not completely normal? I don't know if his gathering was like optimal, but is that not like the normal first pull of that dungeon? Like shit, maybe I'm wrong, but like what? Look at normal pull. Do you get flagged as a leaper if you get kicked? That is based. That's a good question. I actually don't know the answer to that. Mythic Plus leavers finally penalized with new deserter system coming in season 3. It's gonna basically like mark your character. So it's not your entire account, but it will mark your character as like a frequent leaver. Well, I actually don't think that there's a way to get held hostage in this system. So, yeah, so I don't have all the details. We'll be sharing this as we go live with Ghost of Caresh. We're introducing a deserter system. So the rough summary, and again, we'll get more information, is that you'll need to put up an abandoned vote, essentially on the dungeon if things aren't working well. If the group agrees, you'll disband. There's no harm, no foul in raiding, anything like that. If you're leaving keys too often in this first iteration, we're not going to penalize you on an account level, just so it'll be marked as somebody who leaves often, so in Group Finder, you're going to see this player quits. That said, if you're on good behavior and you're finishing your keystones and using the abandoned system appropriately, you'll lose that mark as well. So here's the thing. This is the important part. Leaving keys too often. Like, you're not going to get... If you leave a key and, like, a group is, like... If they're assholes or whatever, if you're leaving keys too often, or you're leaving keys occasionally, you're not going to get marked. Yeah, as long as you're not like actually just like leaving all the time, you're not gonna get put in. You're not gonna get marked for it. I think it's pretty good. I don't think again, it doesn't impact me. It doesn't impact people who play in 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks. But it will affect. But it does affect LFG to a larger extent, which I think is probably pretty good. What's the vote threshold? 3 or 4? We don't know. I mean, we don't know a ton of information about it. Seems good though.
How close is the one button to your actual best DPS performance? Probably like 10%. I think it'd probably be within like 10% or so. I would be doing a little bit more damage, but not a lot of bit more damage. Have they said anything about the Brewmaster Monk stuff? Dude, the dungeon pool for season 3 is fire. I'm so stoked about the dungeon pool. I think the dungeon pool, to me, it looks like it's the coolest part. Both of the Tazaveshes and Halls of Atonement coming back. Oh, if they reduce some of the caster mobs in Priory of the Sacred Flame, oh my god. Oh my gosh, I think this season, oh my gosh, all the dungeons look so good. I'm so stoked. Cell profile, yeah, you can get it there. Very happy about the lever thing. Yeah, I think the lever stuff is good. Is there a way to no channel the one button thingy? Yes, there is. Hold on, I'll link it in chat. Beat. There is a way to no channel that. So like, oh shit. You would just put, you know, it wouldn't be convoke. It would be whatever. I'll put it in that too. There is a way to no channel the one button thingy. Have they released the dungeon pool for next season? Yes, it is. Both of the Tazaveshes. It is a new dungeon called the Eco Dome. Halls of Atonement, Dawnbreaker, Arakara, Priory Sacred Flame, Operation Floodgate. I'm fucking stoked. What does no channeling do? So for abilities like Convoke the Spirits, what are other things that like longer channels? Maybe like Disintegrate, I-Beam for Havoc Demon Hunter, Fist of Fury, yeah, stuff like that. It won't cancel it. Oh, Rapid Fire? Okay, yeah, Rapid Fire for Marksmanship Hunter, apparently you need it for as well. I didn't know. Actually, I didn't know that. Shifting Power, yeah. So basically, like, if you're queuing, if you're just, like, mashing the one-button assist or whatever over and over again, and you have an ability that you'll, like, frequently channel, it'll immediately cancel it if you're not careful. So that's when you'll... Can you link the auto hotkey thing somewhere? Here, I'll just show it on screen. Here, it's this. The rogue and the mage are kind of annoyed that I was doing as much damage as I was with the one button. Auto hotkey against term of service. I think if you're utilizing it in specific ways, it can be. I think if you're utilizing it the way that I'm using it, it's not. I think it's kind of the answer. I don't think that it's blanket just banned. You know the rogue? No, they're typing in party chat. Oh yeah, like the rapid fire function on like Razor stuff, yeah. After pressing R 17,000 times in 30 minutes. Do you think Blizzard anti-cheat system will distinguish the use of auto hotkey? So it already detects if you're using it or not. So, like, if you're using auto hotkey, it flags your account. But they can only they see that you're using auto hotkey. But if as long as you're not okay, so whenever they banned multi-boxing, they banned the... Basically, what they banned for was the premise of utilizing software that would put multiple inputs on multiple different versions of the game. And as long as you're not, you know, using it to press R, and then the frame that you press R, then it spam presses like T or something like that. As long as you're not using it to do that, then they won't ban you for it. What is autohotkey? Holding down a button to keep pressing? Yeah. That's what the script is for. It's basically to keep the... So basically where I'm not going to get carpal tunnel from my fucking wrists being hurt. Yeah, Fired Up uses it. Atrocity uses it. Evade uses it. I mean, I know a bunch of people use it. PvPers use it. Yeah, it's not that uncommon, I would say. It's not like super common, but it's not like the most atypical thing ever. Oh yeah, WoW has got the best disc belt upgrades for each spec. Yeah. Oh. If just go back in the VOD and pull it up whenever I pulled it up. About to start this key. Just scroll back the VOD. We're about to start the key. It's like, I don't even know, probably like 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago maybe. I was looking at something. Based. Look at this. Somebody posted my fucking video on the WoW Reddit. Yo, go like this video. Or go like this post on the WoW Reddit. Anyway, I think this is the symptom of boomkin than more than one button. Is that true? Mate, have you seen the one boomkin rotation? No shit, you only need one button for it. Bro, what do you say fuck me for? What do you say fuck me for? He did more damage than a PI'd arcade mage in the last boss. Yeah, that's because I'm the fucking greatest to ever do it. The YouTube copy pasta? Dude, the YouTube copy pasta is fucking crazy work. Losing to Unholy DK is a boomkin? No.
3, 2.
That's not what he's known for. Okay, but this is why it's bullshit. This is why it's bullshit. Why are you gonna get beat by me using one button? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. This is what.
Feet. Frontal. Feet.
Wait, he's Drakthir? Priest? This is fucking sick.
Frontal.
Cock cam.
Feet.
Drag through Priest's base, yeah. It's spamming Sunfire the Gatherer's diabolical. Oh no, it's terrible. I think it's god awful in the first pull of like Cinderbrew Meadery. Sunfire being the first global that it presses is fucking horrible. Like if I could change anything about it, it would be that. It be Sunfire as the first global is just like I get why, but oh man, it is really counterintuitive to how you play. Are you sure Boomy is just not just a one button spec? All right, I don't think that Moon gets complicated. I don't think that this should exist. Sunfire. We're gonna Sunfire this mob again. Good. We're gonna incarn here in a sec. And I'm gonna fuck up this architect. It actually is so hard to get every mob done because of how this goddamn thing plays. Like a lot of times I just kind of bite the bullet and I'm just like whatever, I'm not gonna get every mob done. It just is what it is. You just cast Convoke at full astral power. I'm so upset. I think you want to cast sequence macro for if you're using it in raid. I think you want to cast sequence macro, and that will like pretty much solve everything because the opener is fucking awful. Are you pressing Convoke? No, I press Convoke for you. I am pressing Incarn manually, but why is it not Moonfire while gathering? Because Sunfire's higher priority on the APL that they implemented in the game. If I really cared, I'd just manually Moonfire, right, on the gather. Like, surely that's not... I mean, that's against the law of what I'm doing right now, but that's not... I don't think that's, like, necessarily a bad thing. To be like, yeah, you should Moonfire before Sunfire, so, like, don't spam the one-button rotation on pull on AoE. Instead, just manually dot all the mobs for yourself. I know, I didn't get the box. I got combated. We'll get it later. Not a big deal. I'll incarn this. Fuck it. This shit's gonna live for a little bit. Now, the real question is, should I be out DPSing a 3700 mage and a 3700 outlaw rogue? I think the answer's fucking no. I'm pretty sure the answer's absolutely, unequivocally not.
Well, what happened
Frontal.
here?
Frontal.
All right. Mobs dotted. Time to game. All right. Kick my feet up, relax.
Feet.
Hold R, move out of the Shrednator fucking saw blades.
Feet.
Dark skin for the vibes. Maybe they're one button chilling too. No, they said it doesn't work for their specs. Which it doesn't. It doesn't really work for either of their specs. Oh, hold on. I have to make an action here. All right, I have to target the other Shrednator. The other Shrednator is getting too low.
Feet.
Is this with the GCD penalty? Yeah, the GCD penalty is baked into the one button rotation.
Frontal.
Ultimate Twitch streamer. Yeah, this is good for my streaming ability, I think. I think they plan to have a shareable string for one button play. Yeah, if they actually go forward with the shareable string stuff for one button play and the rotation assist, it's over. Like, there's so much shit that you could actually change to make it insane.
Frontal.
Okay.
Welcome to the firing range.
It's playtime. Playtime.
Unfortunately, this guy's funnel's got to die.
Pow! Kapow!
Targeted. Dot.
I'll get him, boss.
I'm nowhere near the bombs. Please God, not me. Thank you, fuck. Oh wait, why am I even targeting Bront? I don't care to be ethical here. I'm here to pad. Fuck it. Starfire off the real mobs. The game is decided. Fuck this guy's funnel, dude. It does. It literally just spams Starfall on the first boss of Darkflame. The game's decided that I want to AOE.
Pow! Kapow!
Stand still. I ain't done with you.
Oh, nice. Also, since you have to pay the GCD penalty, by the way, it actually lets your dots fall off with Ethereal Kindling a lot faster, which is pretty annoying. The only decision that I have to make, do I press Incarn here or not?
Targeted.
Pretty sure the answer is
Dot.
yes.
I'll get him, boss.
It's Star Surging now. Wish it wouldn't. It's okay. You know what? The game is decided. You should have the one button on your mouse. Hands off the keyboard. Good. I like to emulate that I'm playing. I like to feel like I'm playing. Exhilarating.
Stand still. I ain't done with you.
By the way, I think I saw somebody kick botting in PvE the other day.
Targeted.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Melding. Somebody was on stream, and I'm pretty sure they were kickbotting. What's the aura that shows the next skill? I mean, that's the one button assist. I mean, that is what the one button assist is. It just shows you what the next skill is. It's super common apparently. I'd never seen it. I'd never seen somebody be using it in PvE, and I was watching somebody stream, and they were. I'm 100% sure they were kickbotting. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Are kicks in the one button? No. No. Kickbot in PvE? Yeah. That was one button, dude. 2x. Oh, I patted on some Crocs. I was patting on some Crocs. It's all good.
I'm gonna teach you
I mean, those Crocs were built to be patted on, I guess. Kill that guy's funnel. Fuck it.
tangle. Get 'em, kids.
Probably should target the Mega Drones, huh?
Targeted.
Oh, okay, we're good. Beam? Oh my god.
Time to tangle.
Do we press this lust on CD? Got my bandit weapon. An Incarn charge. If he lusts, I'm pressing. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good. How does this lust get pressed? Looks like. No.
Targeted.
Dude, I am in trouble.
Defensive.
Mass barrier? Okay, I have renewal and health pot. Okay, I'm actually fine. Right, barrier. Barrier and mass barrier should be plenty. I'll renewal. Oh, now it's gonna start falling again. I'm not allowed to star search. The game's decided.
Ads.
You absolutely fucked that mage and he probably hates you? Well... Listen, I would have starfalled on those goddamn crocs regardless. Now, starfiring those crocs... I probably would have kept Bront targeted, admittedly. It's all good. It's got nothing to do with me. Wait. I mean that. Guys, my index finger's starting to fucking hurt. Oh, I'm swapping to my middle finger. Holding down this one button assist. Okay, I love killing spree. Why is this mecha drone just like not on the pack? Blizzard approved. Dude, literally Blizzard told me. Guys, there's nothing I can do about it. In here.
Defensive. Defensive.
Ooh, got dark. What is this thing even pressing? No, it's starfiring. It's starfalling. Ah, it's griefing. It's griefing me. Yes. Very good.
Ads.
Starfalling these fucking soldiers during this burn. That was a little bit grief, huh? Not that grief, though. Probably the best thing that you can do for DPS. Probably just not... It's not very good for trying to kill this goddamn boss. Alright, we got the incarn rolling. Yeah, I got PI'd. Oh, it's over. I'm stunting on these mecha drones. I'll meld this, actually.
Targeted.
I feel like it's not very good on me here. Doing my incarn with PI, that seems terrible.
Defensive. Defensive.
PI the one button guy, that's right, that's right. Why not me? Why not me?
Ads.
One button hero during the MDI. That'd be fucking...
Targeted.
God damn it. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Holy shit. The fact that I actually didn't die to that is a miracle. Oh shit, we gotta go. Hey, just go and get the thing. Go and get the box. I did. I was looking at the Season 3 info earlier. I'm so stoked. Try the one button on sticks. I have not. I haven't really gotten to raid. Is Tettles doing 9 million overall with the one button? 8. I'm doing 8. I was doing 9 previously. One button wild charge. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. I gotta press wild charge occasionally. Let's interview for this? Yeah, sure. Oh my god. Yo! Yo, can somebody get the Robin? Yo, somebody save me from that guy. Hold on. Oh no. Guys, my rotation's too hard. I can't tab out and ban that guy yet. is that thing? Yo, 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 yo. Yo, hey. Stop that. No. Yes. God damn it. What are you degenerates doing? God damn it. They gunned down my boy. Let's Robin. Is it worth just binding your scroll wheel? Okay, well I don't have like a mouse with like an unlocked scroll wheel, otherwise I would. What the fuck is that? Bro, what is that thing? Look away, avert your eyes. Art. That's not art. That is not art. Alright, now I'm back to doing 8 million DPS. What the fuck is going on? I'll check. Apparently we have no mods, it's just me. Banned pure art. Stare. Okay.
Defensive.
My gameplay's art.
Defensive.
Alright, I'm gonna press my renewal here. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Now. Oh, mass barrier even. Yeah. You should consider making Captain Rogers a mod. No. Why is that kelp running at me? I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. Unfire. Unfire. I get all these mobs dotted. Beam that. This is a great thing for lower guilds that want to progress with their friends. That might not have the same level of ability. I think that this is too good. Like, I don't know. Like, this doesn't feel like playing the game. It's like if you're playing a shooter and you turn on the, you know how like controllers in a shooter have like the aim assist where it will like slightly lock onto people. It's like if you're playing on a controller or on a console and the aim assist is unironically halfway across the screen, snap straight to their head. That's what this is. This isn't just, oh yeah, it lets me play with my friends. It's like, oh yeah, no, your friends have turned into pro players overnight. They've turned it from a pumpkin into Cinderella. Fuck it, why press any buttons, honestly? It's comms. Oh no. Get with the thing.
Frontal.
Where's that guy?
Dodge.
I'll beam.
Frontal.
This is game mandated pad. Oh my god, he got gripped. Yo, anybody kick? Health putting? Health putting? Health putting? Health putting? I'm gonna go bear form here. Even through all of this shit, I'm feeling like... Let's fucking die.
Frontal.
I mean, yeah, it's not just some people will be forced to use it. I mean, look at this. I'm literally top DPS in an 18. Like, I'm 1 key level below, like, title. Like, Mythic plus title. It's not like some people.
Dodge.
This thing is broken. Ooh. With Incarn here? A Bloodlust. Press my Incarn. Where'd your donut button go? People were donating my address to me and doxing me, so I removed it. They kept sending me my address and my parents' address, so that shit got removed. As it turns out, I don't like being doxed. Not exactly a good experience. But it's all good. The donation fund got removed. Yeah, if you want to donate to the stream, you can gift some subs, but that's about the best I could do. Yeah, that was terrible, but it's okay. You know, that's just... The police never showed up. Like, that's... Yeah.
Dodge.
I was worried that the police might show up. I was a little bit concerned I was going to get swatted, but I had to call the police department and tell them not to show up to my fucking house. It's all good. You can start with this first. Welcome back.
Fuck that guy.
Let's start with this first.
Frontal.
We don't mention it? Yeah, they have my parents' address too. That was really fucking sick. So I had to tell my mom. I had to call my mom and explain to her that random weirdos on the internet. I actually don't even know who it was. I'm
Dodge.
Generally not too sure.
Fucking Tettles. Fuck that
Dodge.
guy.
Oh my. Yo, thank you for the gifted subs, Card Dark. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Be resist mage. This isn't part of the 1-button assist. I appreciate you. Are you coming to BlizzCon next year?
Frontal.
I don't know why I asked that. The answer is almost certainly fucking yes. Thinking about it.
Dodge.
Our timer looking a little bit suspicious. Maybe still winnable? Not 100% sure. Why is our timer so slow? Maybe it's because we got this Moonkin doing dog shit damage.
Fucking Tettles. Fuck that guy.
Frontal.
I need to flame you and Dratty more often on Twitter. Bronk was hitting on me at the end there.
Dude. Yo, welcome back. Thank you for the resub. Dude, I saw the Potty C response. That was funny as fuck. Why do people have to be so creepy? Yeah, it's just how it is. Why is our timer so sus? Guy pressing 1 button. Well, it's not my fault. Look at the meter. I haven't died yet. I'm just working here. Yeah, I think they figured out all my information because my name is public, and so they could find it because I had to file tax returns. All right, the rogue is sad that I beat him with the 1-button rotation. Yeah, so that's about how that went. He said that he was going to jump off a bridge, and then he left the crew. Oh, shit. Why is our timer so sus? Guy pressing 1 button. It wasn't me! It literally wasn't me! Look at me! I was at 7 million overall! Does Arcane work for 1 button? Not as well as you'd hope.
Even though the core way is usable again, there is still plenty of construction work and rubble clearing needed.
Toggle? What do you mean, toggle? I got lever marked? Oh, that's a good point. Would you be doing significantly more damage without the 1 button? I think it's probably somewhere between 5 to 10%. I think I would be doing around 5 to 10% more DPS. I would not say significantly more, but I definitely would be doing a little bit more. What was your boss damage? How was my boss damage on... I think my boss damage on Big Mama had to be fucking awful, right? Enemy damage taken, Big Mama. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty bad. How was I on the Mecha Drones? Yeah, that's honestly kind of normal. I could have done a little bit more on Big Mama, I think. If for some reason I started starfalling the boss, opposed to star surging the boss. I don't really know why, but... 5 to 10% more, we'll do a little bit more power damage. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it's definitely a little bit worse. But here's the thing. People are really fucking bad at this game. Like, that's the crazier part, is that people are just horrible at this game. And so, like, this beats a lot of people. Most people, I would say, even. You reckon the lever penalty will include AFKers? I hope so. I mean, they really say too much about the lever penalty stuff. I think that it's going to be kind of good to give feedback on it, on like what you guys kind of want to see with the lever penalty. Because I mean, for me, it's not like too. Right, dude, is apparently pretty good with it too. Can you change the belt proc inside dungeons between packs and bosses? No, you can't. What do you think of Season 3 Dungeon Pool? Go to Dungeon Pool. Like, absolute S+++ tier Dungeon Pool. I think that the Dungeon Pool is insane. Let me go look at this goddamn shaman. Do we know how good or bad it is for Ellie Shaman? What does it try to... I want to see what it tries to press. I don't think you're judging it appropriately for most people. Your move at CC usage, defensive usage, all factors in. You're acting like you're a random person who's never played the spec. But I think if I was a random person who never played the spec, I don't think I could jump into an 18. But I think I sure as fuck could time like a... Dude, it took me literally like weeks to not get beat by the tank on Ellie Shaman. Now you lose that process altogether. And then you're tied to being able to only use the one button rotation because you actually haven't learned anything. Yeah, we rotation once use Frost Shock Charge. Okay, this thing might be unplayable. Stormkeeper, Storm Ellie, Ascendants, Chain Lightning, Earthquake, Tempest. It doesn't Ellie Blast. Oh, does it not rotate Echoes of Great Sundering? I mean, that's... I would describe that as quite bad, actually. Oh, it did for this Frost Shock. Oh, fuck. Okay. I don't know about all that. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Like it's bad for some specs. Just use a talent build to maximize the one button? Well... Yeah, maybe. I don't really know what the fuck you would even do for that. I mean, it's just trying to press a button that's not particularly good. Okay for Arcane. I think it's pretty bad for Arcane. Mostly because of how you do damage with like your Surge and your Touch of the Magi windows. I think it's like not that great.
What is up, guys?
What is this?
Guys, we are headed out on the final Our Last Night tour this August and September. We are not breaking up, but we are retiring from touring for good.
Gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's awful for Arcane. Here, let's go do a raid boss. What do you guys want me to kill with this thing? Galley. One button. Oh wait, I think it's one button assistant, isn't it? Yeah. It's like a self-driving car, a single button assistant. Yeah, I see what the problem is. Thank you. Maybe I'll just click out of the spellbook. That worked. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now I can't cancel my goddamn channels. Addison 2K's video on one button rotation with tanks. Wait, what did they say? What did he say about them? I'm looking at his YouTube channel right now. What makes you just be able to hold the key? Auto hotkey. Do you guys think I'd out DPS everybody on a normal Sprocket Monger with it? Like, do you think I'm first place on a Sprocket Monger normal? Shut the fuck up, Toasty. Oh, this is on Sprocket Heroic. Oh yeah, I mean I looked at some of the DK stuff. I mean it's not particularly great. Was auto hotkey? It's like a program. Normal heroic probably aren't great comparisons because of the gear disparity. Unless this isn't absolutely awful, a single target you should dominate. Well, I mean we could look at it in terms of like what parses, right? Too. It doesn't have to just be relative to the people that are in the group, but you can look at it in just in terms of like what parse you're going to be getting. Here, I'll turn my logs real quick. Live log, turn that shit on. Auto hotkey against turn service? No. Not for what I'm doing, at least. Doing it for Mythic skip bosses tonight for raid, it'll be fun to see how it parses. Yeah, it depends on the spec. I think it could be pretty good for some specs. Look at last week's parses from yourself. Well, no, I mean you can just look at like all of the parses. No.
Cartels are always hiring temple.
Feels terrible. I mean, I don't.
Well.
I never even understand what it's about to press. Like, I genuinely am like surprised every single. Okay, also Cardinarch, that song is a banger. I'm actually genuinely surprised every single time it presses a button. I'm just like, what the fuck button is this supposed to press next? I definitely just went to the wrong fucking point. Why did I do that? Let me kill myself. Aren't you on Sticks? I'm pretty sure on Sprocket. I just had the same moment that you just had, where I'm just like, why did I just do that? Like, where am I going? Okay, I got... All right, am I allowed to like open up with double wrath? I'm gonna make an executive decision to open up with double wrath. This shit does some nonsense on pull. Only one button? Alright, fuck it, whatever, we ball. It's just gonna open up with Sunfire, I know it. Alright, I'm pressing one button. You know my one button does have the arrow thingy on it? Oh, actually. No, I'm not 100% sure.
3, 2, 1.
I got research to develop.
Please press Convoke.
Shaking out your bones. I got a hypothesis to test out. Toast into my success.
I have no idea what the fuck's happening. Because I changed the... Because I put it as the thing that won't cancel the channel, I actually cannot see what the spell is. So I genuinely don't know what's about to happen.
20%. Didn't see that coming.
Gamble my spells, that's right.
To a stash. Oh, check out the Big Bang. Shaking out your bones. Let's try something special. Whoops, bad batch. Toast into my success. Let's try a little experiment. I breaking limbs for science. How hot does flesh get before it sizzles?
Holy shit. Where's our tank?
Didn't see that coming.
Alright, the moment it presses these trees here in 6 seconds, I have to rip Incarn, then we're gonna be convoking here momentarily.
Hold it right there.
Holy shit, this is actually sus. I'm convoking mid fucking knockback. Like, alright, yeah, my bad. That was sketchy.
If this is rewired, it'll up the kill rate 20%.
Next time it presses trees, I'll press the bandit weapon, I guess.
I got a hypothesis to test out.
Is this not fucking crazy, by the way? Is Brewmaster back? Dude, I heard they're reworking it.
Here's to a smash.
Maybe Troll will come back. God. Buster's new.
Oh, check out
No
the
bandit
Big
weapon? No, I'm
Bang.
pressing the fucking bandit weapon.
I call this the green noise. How hot does flesh get before it sizzles? Whoops, bad batch.
Bill's on me. I'm out of here.
Breaking link. Toast into my success.
Incarn? What the? Oh! Ooh! The tank buster's on me. I lived.
Not enough juice.
I might be the greatest to ever fucking do it, huh? I mean, shit.
Streets are clear, and we got all the salvage we need. Meet me at the Galagio. It's time we blow the lid off that joint.
Okay, so as it turns out, I forgot about this. Cool. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So I got an 85th percentile parse. Parses did reset. Get beat by a dragon. Happens. Statistics. Heroic. 90th percentile? .8. I wouldn't have had a 90th percentile. What about 80th? I would have had like an 85th percentile or something like that, parse. So, like... Yeah.
I understand
Yeah.
your frustration, Geora,
I don't know.
but do not rush to conclusions.
Here? I mean, dude. It's a parse, right? It's relative to all the population. I mean, what was my parse by item level? I didn't even see that. $45. I guess there's not really many. 500. There's not like anybody who has parses, so it's kind of useless. But playing for real. Right, Destro. Dude, I don't have my Warlock geared right now. Yeah, you have to pop defensives and cooldowns. Have to test it in Mythic? Yeah, well, I'm not raiding for a while. 75 to 85% is completely fine and acceptable? I completely disagree. Unequivocally disagree, even. I think it's bullshit. And it stops you from wanting to learn how to play the game. I did get PI, actually. Didn't have prescience? Oh, wait, hold on. There's an AUG in here? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Wait a second. I should have gotten AUG'd. Oh, that's why the damage looks different on... Oh. Yeah, which, I mean, that's why I should look at... That's why I looked at it in logs. Well, no, that's why I looked at it in logs, right? Which is... I'm glad I looked at it in logs, like, fuck. Looks like the fucking damage meter. That'd be crazy. Why do you disagree? 85 is basic, no big mistakes type of deal. Explain what's an acceptable button. I don't think that you should completely strip out anybody's ability to be able to play the game and perform at a substantially above average level by literally holding down one button. I think that is... You basically removed all the gameplay from rotations and from specs. I mean, you still have to press your buttons correctly. I didn't press any... Yeah, exactly. Like, add-on... I mean, this is... Like, if you think add-ons are bad for the game, you got to think that this is the worst shit that Blizzard's ever invented ever. They perform below average for your item level. Yeah, but the people who have my item level are 8 out of 8 Mythic Raiders. I mean, if I was wearing slightly worse gear, it would have been a much higher parse for my item level, right? If you're not within the top 15 percentile of players, I think it's actually higher. I think it's much better than that even. But say if you're not within the top 15 percentile of players who are able to kill Sprocketmonger Lock and Stock, you should just hold one button. That sounds terrible. It would have also been lower damage, but it would have been much higher relative parse. I mean, dude, I beat people in Mythic Plus dungeons. Like, what are we saying? I came in first place in Dark Flame Cleft 18. Like, what? Okay, I actually came in second place. I was dunking these people in this fucking floodgate, right? That's a floodgate. I was dunking people in this floodgate. I beat them by 800,000 DPS, right? These people are 3,700 IO. Are they bad? No. Should I beat 3,700 IO players holding down one button? Is that like really what we're trying to promote? You know they were also one buttoning? Yeah, I know they were also one buttoning because They knew I was. They said they were going to dumpster me damage-wise. I said I was going to convincingly win, and then proceeded to convincingly win, and the rogue was pissed and said, I'm going to go jump off my building. Because, you know why? Because it feels like you just wasted all your fucking time whenever you just get slam dunked by some guy holding down one button. Like, because it's ridiculous.
Play a vital role
Is a boon for accessibility? No, I mean, I think that I don't think that this is accessibility. I don't think this is accessibility at all. I think this is a strict removal of gameplay. What's accessibility is the rotation assist that tells you what button to press, and it like glows up your button and it's like, yep, you should be pressing this next. That's accessibility. It's not accessible to be like, yep, you should stop pressing all of your buttons that you've learned over the last like 15 years and hold down this one button. You know, it might be accessibility for some people who are like, you know, handicapped or paraplegic or something like that, but it's too good for that. Like, it's way too good for that. Just slap a negative 50% damage aura on it, or don't allow it to be used in instance content, and we can just call it a day. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't like how clunky the GCD thing is, by the way. The increased GCD thing feels terrible. This seems very considerable to balance through, and most other perform considerably worse. No, I would say about half of them perform I mean, Moonkin is what? The 6th best one-button rotation spec? It's not even the best. Or the 5th best. It's the 5th best one-button rotation spec. It's not even the best. Of course, there's a spreadsheet. I made the spreadsheet. I simmed all this shit myself. I spent weeks doing this, actually, because I felt I knew the writing was on the wall with this kind of thing. What's the best? Destro Warlock by a lot. Destro Warlock is like a 10% damage loss on single target and AoE. Destro is fucking broken with it.
Even though the core way is usable again,
I made it. Yeah, I made it. Yeah, there is a spreadsheet. It's me. It's me. It's mine. So the bigger issue is, should there be a difference between the top damage of all the specs in the game? You were beaten by over 1 million DPS in the Gallywix raid from... Okay, well, yeah, the fucking Gallywix... Dude, I completely lost all of my offense. I lost my cooldowns in the Gallywix raid yesterday. I literally just... I didn't press CDs. That was the most grief shit I ever could have done. I actually lost, like, all of my damage, but yeah. I think that classes are too complicated. Not because I think the rotations are complicated. Funnily enough, I actually don't think the rotations are complicated. But it's more the bloat of bullshit that you have. Like, every goddamn buff that you get, you know, you get this random... You get random crit chance, and then you got this haste proc, and then now your Star Surge costs 37 as opposed to 40, and now you do bonus damage because this mushroom randomly procced, and it's just like it's a bunch of proc bullshit. I ignore 90% of those buffs anyways, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist. But now the rotation assist actually factors those buffs in for you. Yo, thank you for the sub. Yeah, people fairly regularly do, like you said in chat, people fairly regularly do 20 or 30% worse DPS than the sim. The one button assist is 10% worse damage than the sim. Is this not just going to be a strict upgrade for them? Or I go into a 10 and somebody's bot fragging doing like 1.6 million overall, but he could turn on the one button assist and do 3 million. Is this not just a problem? MM is pretty good, yeah. MM is less good on single target, and MM is quite good on AoE, which... You know, this doesn't necessarily factor in. Marksmanship is a 17.5% loss on single target, but it is only like a 17.5% loss on AoE, where Moonkin is a much worse loss on AoE. It's like you log into GTA 5 and you turn on all the cheats, and then you're just like, yep, this is it. I've completed the game. And then you claim that you've won the game. And you're like, well, I don't know about all that. Based. Yeah, I don't know. Because aim shots cast, you have to stop moving quite frequently. Unless you know you're about to cast it, you cancel it a lot. Well, the thing for me is I have no idea what it's about to cast. So what I do is I just plant as often as possible. Like I just literally am I try to stop moving as much as possible. It's really bad with movement. But most people are really bad with movement anyways, right? I'm in max my movement. That's like one of the things that you start to build up to as a more advanced player. You'll min-max your movement, which is totally fine. Like, but most people, they're not pressing filler globals while they're running. They don't press anything while they're running. They're just fucking running. And this is the exact same thing. You're just running. Like, there's no difference. There's a spreadsheet here. I'll link it in chat. Yeah, there's no... I think that's a good way of looking at it. It's not that there's no way to be able to learn these things. There's just no reason to if you can achieve 95% success by not. It's like, unironically, why would you do anything in school if you could get a 95% grade just by asking ChatGPT? Would you ever strive to get 100? Probably not. I mean, you're getting close enough. You already got a fucking 95. Like, who cares about 100? 95, good enough. Why do I even care to get 100? I mean, you could get the rank 1 Mythic Plus title using this. Is that not... You could be part of the 0.1% of Mythic Plus utilizing the 1-button rotation assist. Is that not just the most bullshit thing ever? What's the auto hotkey script? Here, I'll link it. Or, here, it's this. Hold up on screen. You will not get title for using the 1-button, that's for sure. I'm 100% sure I could. I won't be because I'm already above the title cutoff.
I understand your frustration.
I wouldn't do a 20 with it because the damage check is real in a 20, and you need the additional like 10% DPS that you are lacking. But you sure as fuck could time every dungeon on a 19 with it. And is that not insane? Make a new Boomy and do it. I got so much shit going on in the next month and a half. I would if I had time. I'm moving. I bought a house recently. I'm moving soon, so I don't have time. But, I mean, I could. I have some dog shit players in my keys. I hope they get the 1-button rotation and use it to be better. You know, that's a good way of looking at it, I guess. Is, you know what? I actually don't care. Because now these dog shit pugs I've had are gonna get better. Which is, I guess, one way of looking at it. But, like, I don't... That just feels wrong. Based, yeah. That is a... Yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking at, yeah, sure. I just think it's a video game, right? This feels like there was so much gameplay that was just taken out of this. That's why I'm like kind of crashing out about it. They've literally just removed, for most people, the thing that they care about the most in the game is their class. And you've removed the most important thing for most people. You know, but when people are pissed about their spec being buggy garbage, like, you know, why would you care anymore? You're only pressing one button. How would you even know there's a bug? Fuck it.
Moss wolves play a vital role in the upkeep of
It hurts the elitist only. I don't think it hurts me. I don't care.
And help eliminate
doesn't affect me.
I
think it's the worst thing that Blizzard could be doing for the game. I think it is genuinely one of the worst things that they could possibly be doing for the game. I think it's terrible. I don't care in the sense of I'm not going to be using it. I care a lot about the health of the game. Yeah, I care a lot about World of Warcraft. Sorry, I played for 10 years and care about the game being something that's cool and fun and engaging for players as opposed to one-button nonsense where there's no reason to learn your spec whenever you can just fucking hold down one button for 35 minutes in a dungeon. Yeah, it doesn't affect me directly, but it affects me long term because fewer people are going to start playing the game that I love, right? Ultimately I'm a content creator at the end of the day, and so fewer people playing the game does end up affecting me. So you don't use any weak cores or add-ons or macros, dude. This is like, if you hate add-ons, this is like 100 times worse than add-ons. You know the people who are, you know, the add-ons play the game for you crowd? We're like, oh my god. I think the add-ons play the game for you take is absurd. This is unironically, add-ons are playing the game for you. That's exactly what this is. You can't even tell if other people are using it. Well, if anything, you know, that the people that were in my groups, they didn't realize. There was the DK that came into the chat earlier. He goes, oh, as a DK in the Dark Flame Cleft, I didn't realize that you were using the 1-button rotation. Why would you even notice it? Like, my damage looked fine. It was like completely normal. Nobody has to use it if they don't want to. Except that there's social pressure that you... Okay, dude, if you get beat by somebody using it, are you not going to feel like an absolute fraud? Maybe your mental's way stronger than mine. But if I'm trying to progress, and I'm trying to get better, and I'm trying to improve as a player, and then I just get fucking windmill dunked like LeBron in Cleveland just walks up to me and just windmill dunks in my face... And I'm like, wow, how did you do so much damage? And he just responds, yeah, I used the 1-button assist. Are you not going to feel like an absolute fucking idiot? Because I'm going to feel like an absolute moron. Get good? How's it different than using Hikili? Hikili requires you to actually press a fucking input. It's suggesting you what to press different. Hikili's no different than Weakor is. This is pressing the buttons for you. It's not increasing accessibility. It's removing gameplay, which is these are very different things. If anything, I think the rotation assist, the light up buttons, or Hikili, those are accessibility features to try to teach you how to play the spec. This is not an accessibility feature. This is removing gameplay from most people who play the game. And I think that it's actually good to keep in the game, not in its current state. Like, I think it's, again, just negative 50% DPS penalty. That's all I'm asking for. Like, just make it to where it's not good for most people who are using it. Because I think that there's some specific situations where people who are handicapped or whatever, have disabilities or something like that, this could add a specific way that they can now operate inside the game. And I don't think it's bad for that. I think it's very good if that is what it's used for. But as it currently stands, it will be used for by everybody.
The pests that burden them.
What, do you park at the fucking handicap parking lot because it's closer? Like, or the handicap parking spot because it's closer? No, that makes you an asshole. Yeah, like, it needs to be an accessibility feature, but it's not. It literally is removing gameplay. I like that comparison. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how you you should look at it. Like, it's like a handicap parking spot. It's not for you. And then for some reason, it's the best possible thing that you could be doing at any given point. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to park in that handicap parking spot. You're like, what the fuck is that shit? I'm gonna try it today. It's broken. I mean, it is. If you're playing Destro Warlock too, I bet it's like a noticeable damage increase for a lot of people. How can it be better whenever you're missing one global every 5 globals? Most people are really, really bad at this game, and I don't think that people recognize how bad they are at this game sometimes. Because also, it's a 25% GCD penalty, which, hold on, let me show you something. So let me swap back. It's a 25% GCD penalty, so you actually don't always lose 1 GCD every 5. First off, dots aren't negatively affected by the GCD penalty for obvious reasons. Secondly, and this is another thing, is there are abilities that are in the game that are higher cast times than the GCD. Starfire being a prime example of this, Chaos Bolt being another one, right? Disintegrate, like, these are long channeled abilities that they're not 1.5 seconds. So they're not paying a 25% GCD penalty. I'm just slamming Starfire at 1.7 seconds, regardless of whether or not I'm using the 1-button assist or not. I don't think you realize how good you are at the game. I think I am absolutely aware of how good I am at the game. If anything, this makes me a worse player, not a better player. This actually lowers my skill, not increases it, which is bananas. I think that for most people, this is actually a massive damage increase, which is which I believe to be a problem. Obviously, not everybody agrees. I mean, those are just my thoughts on it. They're playing in an 18 key where they miss one kick and it can be a wipe. They're trying to do the mechanic on top of the mechanics and stops. Well, here's the thing is like, I make rotational mistakes all the time, right? Like even when I'm trying to play, I'll make rotational mistakes all the time. Whenever I said earlier, I did more DPS in the 18 using the 1-button assist on Candle King than I did in my 20 earlier yesterday. The reason that happened was because I ended up having to go bear form all the goddamn time. So like but at the same time, like in the 18 you wouldn't have to do that. But there's things that are at play, but people just make huge mistakes in terms of their DPS all the time. And I think that, you know, being like, you're just a better player than all these people. I'm not that much better than a 3700 IO rogue that I just fucking dunked on. Like, am I really that much? I'm 3850. You know, I'm what, average key level and a half higher than him. You know, I'm better. Am I really 800,000 DPS with 1 button better? Like, what the fuck is that shit? Not representing properly by not pressing your cooldowns and defensives. I think it's much easier to teach people how to press their defensives and cooldowns than it is to teach them how to press their rotation correctly. I think the biggest thing is, like, a lot of people, again, I called it brain lag. Like, you talked about the 25% GCD input issue. Most people, whenever they're running, okay, so here's something I would never do. Whenever I'm, like, moving, most of the time I'll be, like, spamming dots on the move, or I'll be trying to press instant cast abilities. This doesn't do that, right? Like, if you're locked into Wrath, I can't press anything here, right? Like, I'm trying to press the 1-button assist, and nothing's going on. I'm literally just running. I would normally be pressing a button. Most people don't do that anyways. 90 some odd % of people are just running until they stop and they plant and they start casting again. Okay, there's no damage lost there. There's zero damage lost there. Don't you think if people are driven to use the 1 button because they can't be asked to learn complex spec rotations, I think the situation point towards an issue with class complexity? I think that both can simultaneously be true. I think that both. I don't disagree with what you're saying. I don't think the solution is then to give somebody a shortcut to their rotation in the sense of giving them this 1 button that completely neutralizes their rotation. I agree that spec rotations are too complicated. I'm on board. You don't have to convince me any further. I'm in. I'm sold. I don't think this is the way to solve it, though. I don't think the 1 button teaches you shit. I mean, maybe I'm just completely wrong. I don't know what buttons it's pressing. I genuinely just am, like, shocked every single time it presses a button. I'm like, oh, wow, they press that button here. Oh, wow, they press that button here. And the only way I can even tell is because I have this goddamn add-on that's telling me what button it's pressing over and over again in the top right that you see right here. Like, this isn't for me anyways. This is for streams to be able to see what buttons it's pressing. But I never even know. It just surprises me. I'm just like, wow, that's cool. That's a cool button. Yeah, people are going to take the easiest path to victory. And I think that that's the important thing is, like, this is a really big shortcut. And people are going to take the easiest path to victory. And they're removing a lot of gameplay from World of Warcraft that I think was kind of core to what the game actually is. Which is why it scares me that this is where we're going. Like, I think that this is, again, I think this is pretty bad for the game. Like, players are always going to complain about any friction that they face in the game at all. But I think that friction can be good. I'm not a developer. I just fucking play the game, so I'm going to complain about friction too whenever it negatively impacts me. Players are always going to complain about friction, but friction isn't always just this bad thing. it's, you know, learning how to do your rotation better. That's a good part of the game, right? It's kind of like whenever I play TFT or I'll play League of Legends or something like that, and I suck at the very beginning of a set in TFT, right? And I'm not able to pivot well compositionally. Would it be better if I could set up TFT to auto purchase all the units I would ever want and build the board for me? No, I don't really think that's engaging gameplay.
Moss wolves
Yeah, where's the
play a
adversity?
vital
Yeah,
role
exactly.
in the upkeep of Dornogon.
The most fun I have whenever I play video games is actually that learning process, right? It's like whenever I'm actively getting better. And, you know, I don't say that you remove all of it, but you're going to be removing a very large portion of it for people. Removing your rotation is like, that's the thing that you interact with the most on a day-to-day basis. The heart tunes work better. It's still lacking. It won't replace your rotation fully. I mean, it's within 90% damage. I mean, yeah, sure, it doesn't press your offense. It doesn't press all of your offensive CDs, but it presses like half of them. It presses Fury of Elune, which is the most important offensive CD for Moonkin. Remove weak auras, yeah. Even I, who have multiple handicaps, don't like the one-button rotation. I play Red and Bear. Yeah, and I think that the game does a really poor job for players like you of actually giving you accessibility features to be able to continue to play the game at an appropriate way. But I don't think that, again, it's one of those things that, like, I actually don't think the one-button rotation is really that bad if it gives players accessibility that otherwise wouldn't be able to play the game. But as it currently stands, there is just a lot of people that it would be a massive damage gain for that shouldn't be using it that will be using it. And also, it hurts my hands to use. Like, genuinely, it hurts to actually slam the same button
Moss wolves play a vital
like
role
1,000 plus times in a dungeon. It genuinely hurts my hands. My hands were on fire yesterday.
That burden them.
So don't use it? I won't. Like, I won't, but like, that doesn't mean that's not broken. Bind it to all your keys. Isn't that kind of ironic to do though? Be like, yeah, my hands hurt after using it. Oh yeah, you know what you need? You need multiple keybinds for this one button assist, so that way you can bind it to multiple places. Is that not insane? That's your weak bloodline, dude. I actually don't have wrist problems more often than not. I've had them in the past, and they started going away whenever I started working out more. I think that like lifting weights was like stretching them more, and that made it feel better. But yesterday, my hands were just on fire. It was like, holy shit. Yeah, slam my mouse. Just hit it with the scroll wheel. The PTR is available for download. Oh. That might be a tomorrow meet thing. I think I'm going to log off for a little bit. Good news. I think we're going to record a bench episode tonight, talking about all the stuff that was announced for 11.2. On Monday, we're going to also record another bench episode, and I suspect that we're going to be talking about all the 11.17 stuff with that. But we're going to be recording an emergency bench episode tonight. It will come out tomorrow. So, yeah, bonus ep. Where do we see the Season 3 dungeons? You can go to Wowhead. But the dungeon pool, S-tier dungeon pool. I think the dungeon pool is like S-tier, so I'm stoked. Mythic Plus levers getting penalized. Champion track gear from M0s that launch on week 1. Full Mythic Plus rotation is Ecodome, Aldani, which is a new dungeon, Halls of Atonement, Streets, Gambit, and then all the dungeons that we voted on. So, it's gonna be sick. I didn't notice it will lag my game, but I also didn't put it on more than like 4 buttons. On Spotify, it will be on Spotify as well. It'll be on the Bench's WoW, the Bench WoW YouTube channel and Apple Podcasts. Yeah, but yeah, I think that I think the dungeons are S tier. I'm so stoked for next season. I think next season's gonna be a banger. Priory's the weakest dungeon in that pool. It depends on how you feel about Priory. I think that Priory just has too many casters. I don't hate Priory. Yeah, I don't hate Priory. I think that Arakara is probably just a little bit of a worse dungeon in my opinion. Where is Seat? I don't know. I don't know anything about Seat. I think that Priory can be fun. Priory's just got this bullshit where there's too many casters, in my opinion. Floodgate? Dude, I actually like... I think Floodgate and Dawnbreaker are my two favorites that were voted back. See the Triumvirate? I have no idea. I liked Dawn. I actually liked Dawnbreaker. I think that Dawnbreaker was fun. For me, Dawnbreaker was fun because it was wide open in a way that, I don't know. All right. I'm out of here. Who are we rating today? Dorky stream. All right, we're at Dorky. All right, GG stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Adios. GG's YouTube stream.